the our personal stream first. Then I'm starting the next one. We're gonna do a cold open right now, okay, guys? So that means that you can chat about whatever as we get going. And then
so we can show our boobs or no?
No.
Well,
no nipples.
Yeah.
No.
I have pasties for that.
Well, if you you brought pasties this
Yeah,
time?
but they look like nipples.
Oh well. That...
I knew that was coming, and I'm like, no, the algorithm doesn't get.
If you have the inside outies, if you have like the nipples that go inward, a pasty that has like a print to it that extrudes or like a false shadow might be like a medically necessary thing you can build to your insurance.
Yeah.
For appearances.
Or they might just think that you've got two assholes on your...
Well, wait. I heard two assholes here, and then something about tattoos.
When you get your no, yeah. When you have a breastectomy,
you can get a breast tattooed on, and that's a medical thing.
You can have a nipple
tattoo.
Yeah.
A tattoo that's a picture of a nipple, and your medical insurance will cover it.
Oh, I'm confident. Yeah.
Excellent. And then the second butthole you mentioned is that's a stoma, right? And you
well,
get it in front
no. What I'm saying is like if they're innies.
No, that's this. Second butthole.
Well, I'm just
that
saying
looks more like a second belly button.
If your nipples,
because that doesn't actively function as a butthole.
If your nipples were innies, wouldn't the algorithm pick them up as extra starfish?
I can tell.
Extra starfish. Well, the algorithms frequently misled by starfish.
That's a butthole.
There's an ongoing controversy about starfish being
What's going on here?
Twitch. Well, what happens is there's Twitch broadcasters that have a starfish as a logo or like talked about starfish in a wildlife learning moment, and they had banning because the Twitch thought it was a butthole. And they had to battle their channels. I made that up. I'm sorry. It's Greasy.
I don't want to keep talking about buttholes because my missus, there's none. So like, let's just keep talking about buttholes.
Granted. That's right.
Take your pants off.
Take your pants off. It's the time the pants go off. You put them back on, then you take them off.
Star fishing. It's for real, y'all.
Dancing in the sea and looking like extra holes from a butt. So, if you haven't figured it out already, you're in Greasy Conversation Town. If you Google Greasy Conversation and you spell it correctly, we dominate our front page and beyond the fold. Our SEO is tight, almost as tight as our dear friends, Two Clueless Dudes that are in the house with us today.
What up?
That's right. It's a celebration. Almost missed out on you guys due to my own stupid scheduling confusion at the last minute. You gotta update your calendars, you guys. You talk to people and you think things are clear, but if you don't update those calendars, then you check on things and it's just you might miss out on the submarine of knowledge. Whenever I do the echo, I feel like there needs to be some higher, like...
Well,
agreed.
I'm glad because you caught us in the nick of time because we were getting ready to do a Led Zeppelin cosplay.
Yeah.
So we had to postpone it for next week.
Like LARPing Led Zeppelin, where you'd dress up and...
Yeah, and then, you walk around with dice to see if you perform the song well. Or if you're high as a fucking kite.
Or if you play Woodstock that weekend.
Yeah, do you play Woodstock? No, dang it. I got the huntrage.
You're banging on like one of those rock band plastic guitars with a violin bow.
There you go.
Just moving your hands above a shoebox, pretending it's a theremin. Yeah.
I actually
you get to find out if you're.
I love that rock band.
You have to discover if you're Robert Plant or if you've been leveled up to Robert Tree.
Nice.
You grew up. Robert Great Oak.
The Great Oak.
Bobby Oak. Oh, Bobby Oak. Oh, dude.
Bobby Mahogany.
Bobby Mahogany is going to be... that's my new stripper name.
Nice. I like it. That would totally work, too.
Dude, look at our...
Take that, Dirk Diggler.
Diggler. I'm tripping on our Red Bull colors.
Yeah, right?
This is like...
Boom. You know what that is?
South American.
And this is actually... Because I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, and that's green and yellow.
Oh, we're celebrating.
Boom. They play tomorrow, so 7-1, baby.
Woo.
Not that anybody cares about sports, but
what are those numbers though? They sound significantly different from one number to the other.
Yeah, 7. They got 7 wins, 1 loss so far.
We gotta give a little hoot for that. I'm gonna pretend to care this time.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you. I appreciate your sincerity.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Well, in better news, Golden Knights are doing a little better.
Yeah,
they're actively playing.
Are they gonna? They're gonna get the big jug, the big gulp.
We're hoping so.
Stanley's big gulp.
Yeah,
Stanley's big gulp. Yeah.
the double gulp.
Hey, do you recognize those headphones on your head right now?
No, are they mine?
No.
Oh.
Did you lose yours?
I don't know, maybe.
They should be yours. You should have purchased them. You almost owed money for them. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Oh, you managed to. What is it? How did you do? Is that gorilla semen?
It's the semen of a great ape in the gorilla family.
Because it's firm.
Particular
Right?
headphones were destroyed during Two Clueless Dudes.
Not destroyed. They merely one portion.
They gently fell from beside his head.
No, they fell
Involuntary
from
coupling. Okay.
Yeah. No, that particular pair has just been dropped a lot of times, and one part came loose, and it came together really nicely. Actually, kudos to them. They like the wire inside didn't break. Nothing that spooky happened with them.
Look at that kicker.
We brought them back to life.
Who knew you made good headphones? Weird.
Turns out you're good at all the stuff you do. Because check this out. I was wearing these kicker headphones on an airplane. Real story. And the kid that sat next to me was like, "Where did you get those? Are those kicker headphones?" I was like, "Yeah, they're actually a sponsor of the talk show." And he's like, "I've been using them for bass in my cars forever. Wow. Massive fan. I won't use anything else for car stereos I install." I was like, yeah. And I knew about that rep. In fact, I was at CES the year before last, and their booth, oh man, maybe it was LDI. No, it had to be CES.
LDS? What?
That was at LDS. And the church had this booth for kicker. It was so
rad.
It was so loud. I sat and ate my lunch near it, and like my meat would slide out of my sandwich and stuff.
Wow.
Because the kicker was
because it was so loud. They were waking the devil.
Waking the devil.
You're gonna wake the devil, Bobby.
Right. The bass on them hymns, man.
Not today, Satan.
The bass on them hymns. That's right. Not today, Satan.
We saw that as a bumper sticker on the way here. We can't get over it.
Did you really?
Yeah. Someone had a bumper. Not today, right?
That's great.
Like.
You all don't even know. You're gonna have the best show ever as far as fun times right now. This is like top of the charts moment right now.
I'm digging it. And
all
right. I don't know. What do you got for me?
Behold.
All right. I think we'll start off with maybe something light. I don't know if it's light, but whatever. So
something sexy.
None of these are not sexy.
Perfect. I mean, this can be. I'm sure there's a fetish out there for this.
I know. I should be careful.
My nipples are hard.
Yeah. So
just don't show them.
All right. So this dude, there's just some guy in China named Zhang.
I was hoping for Wang, but continue.
No, close. But so he gets bit by a snake, right?
Yeah, we don't have fakewang.com anymore.
Ah, man.
No, fakenews.wang.
Yeah.
No?
I think we all lost.
So he got bit by a snake.
He got bit by a snake, right? And he thinks around that area there's a snake. They call it a 100-pacer or a 5-step snake. It's supposed to be so venomous that you walk 100 paces or 5 steps and you die, right? Okay. Whatever. Yeah. That's like the local.
Those are two very different amounts of walking, but...
Yeah, so he gets bit by...
You imagine how much... Imagine the distance you'd cover if you were just a midget. I mean, you're really screwed.
Yeah.
100 paces, I mean, you'll never make it.
Yeah,
when I was shorter, I carried a snake bite kit with me. Now that I'm taller, I'm not as concerned about it.
And it's like, it's a weird idea too, right? Because like, you're like, the walking like pumps your blood, but it's like, what if someone just like carries you? Then are you good?
Yeah, are you good at it?
You would in fact make it far many paces more.
I'm here to tell you right now, if I was bit by a snake, the last thing I'm doing is counting my fucking steps.
I know, right?
I'm going to check my Fitbit. I got 3 more, man.
Yo, so this dude, and that's not what was on this guy's mind either. Instead, he got bit on his finger since he was chopping firewood at the time.
Oh.
So, of course, like the genius that he is, he decides to just chop off his finger right away to stop the venom from flowing to the rest of his body, right?
He's a G.
Fixed it.
Yeah.
What? He's a G.
So then he goes to the hospital. It was like 50 miles away from where he was. He goes to a hospital and he's telling the doctor this story. And the doctor's like, that's not necessary at all because that snake's not really that venomous. It just like makes you sick.
Like what is he? He was like the zombie apocalypse snake.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna get turned into a snake.
Yeah, right. Just right away.
Not today, Satan.
Right? I mean, I guess it must have just been a reflex. If he has like the axe in his hand, he's like, oh shit.
Yeah. How could I Band-Aid or axe? Axe is already in my hand.
I've been preparing for this moment
my whole life.
Oh man.
Well, but there is such a snake, though.
I mean, there are snakes that'll like kill you really quickly.
Oh my gosh.
But not like that quick.
Like,
you still have a couple hours.
I watched Naked and Afraid.
He took his whole finger.
Yeah, whole
Like
finger.
the entire finger.
Up to the hand and up to the stake of the hand.
He's straight up, right up to the knuckle.
I call this part the stake part of the hand. If your hand was a steak,
there we go.
the steak with dangly bits. I don't know if I.
All right, so he's not playing around. I mean, and he took it off, just before the knuckle, so the man's got skill with an axe, clearly.
Yeah.
And can I also point out that if you look at the rest of his fingers, like, I think they're permanently stuck that way from being freaked out. As he brought the knife down, they went, "Ah!" Sideways. Right.
It's some impressive distance between the fingers for our audio listeners.
It really is.
These are long fingers. I can't believe he got just the index finger
And they're like
didn't nick the other ones.
It's crazy. That's
he's
crazy.
he's probably been chopping wood since he was like 2. Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
That wood chopping life. I don't know.
Jang the wood chopper. That's what he was called as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Just to, like doing all that, and then the doctor's like,
Yeah.
not a big deal at all.
Yeah. Like,
It shows not everyone lives in Shenzhen. There's some wood choppers over there.
Guy was thinking, glad he didn't bite you in the penis.
Oh my god.
This person listens to country music, the Chinese equivalent.
Yes.
Like he's not listening to like C-pop.
No,
No.
He's watching Korean Brokeback Mountain.
Oh man, this guy.
He's listening to stuff with like that thing that looks like a banjo, but you play it with like a fan.
I
I don't know about
yeah.
traditional Chinese instruments at all. No idea.
Just guessing. Yeah.
That's a Japanese instrument. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, so doesn't this quick plug, front loading a plug, fully admitting it, this feels like the type of quality news that you can enjoy on the Two Clueless Dudes show.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Fridays at 7 still.
Yes.
Fridays at 7, yes.
So 2 hours before this time, but the day before.
Day before.
I shouldn't have to explain to you when Friday is. But Fridays at 7, Two Clueless Dudes, this kind of thing happens, and it's good. That's right.
Thanks for the shout. Absolutely.
Your show, though, like, you get, like, intellectual about stuff.
Yeah, we get astronomical.
We-
There's some astronomy
I'm
shit
just
today.
curious. if
We
you could put
wax
that guy-
stupidity, you know?
Oh yeah.
But
Well, like my comment was, I'm curious. Like, is he disappointed that he can't use the Chinese handcuff things
You
anymore?
can't do
the
finger cuffs?
finger traps.
Yeah.
that's a middle finger game when
See,
you play
that's
it
what I'm talking
properly.
about.
He's still got that middle. He wasn't going to lose the middle finger to that.
You guys are astronomy. We're astroglide. You know, that's
Yeah.
the difference.
We're like the spunk loop.
Yeah.
When we get stupid, we don't have like 3 layers of puns and like a whole version of another stupid thing based on a word that the last thing included. There's like
That's
some
my
layers.
specialty.
Exactly. That's like what your license plate frame says. It's like 3 layers of puns.
3 layers of puns. Attila the pun.
All right, so next up,
All right. So
it's the whistly, distant country wilderness sound.
yeah. So I've been seeing a lot of stories lately about people trying to hire other people to kill people.
Wow.
That's
some
like
reason.
hip right now.
Yeah,
it's
it's
this
like-
online app generation. There's like an app for that. You want to just do it. No one shows up to shows anymore. No one commits a murder in person anymore.
Right.
People have food delivered to their home. People just hire an assassin instead of like taking the time to learn like proper way to hold the gun and take classes and stuff.
Remember Horrible Bosses? What works? No kids, no politicians.
I don't know.
It turned out to be just be a dude who pees on people.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know the beginning of what you're talking about.
So they want to hire the
It's
the
a
gist of the
movie?
movie is they're trying to hire a person to kill their boss, and they find an ad on Craigslist that says "Wet Works, no kids, no politicians."
Okay, gotcha.
So they hire the guy, and the guy shows up ready to pee on him. Yeah, it's amazing. Wet Works. So continue.
Yeah. So this high school kid.
Well, who thinks of ordering a peeing on as a child? I feel like you grow into that desire.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go on. This high
Yeah.
school kid.
Getting peed
Who
on.
wants to, yeah. Who wants
Yeah,
to
he
pee on
wants
high
to
school
get
kids
peed on.
either? Yeah. No. So he is trying to figure out how to hire someone to kill one of his teachers at his school.
Wow.
You should ask his teacher.
There's a
I
future
know,
world
right?
leader there.
So he's like, he messages a friend on Instagram and puts it out there on social media, so it's a real thing now.
Oh no!
And if it's out there, it doesn't matter if you actually do it or not. The authorities have to treat it seriously.
Yep.
So eventually he gets busted, right? Because someone rats on him or whatever, gets around. And it's never not really clear if he was like ever serious about it. But it's like, why would he do that to it? Like, was the teacher really shitty or was he just a shit student?
Right.
You know?
Well,
Yeah.
clearly
Probably both.
Clearly the teacher was a prick.
It had to be the teacher, right?
Yeah, it was totally a teacher problem.
I think that they're very good.
He wasn't going to
hardworking-
kill any other teacher, was he?
True, but
Bro,
sometimes
he's a high school student.
Yeah.
How much money is he gonna have? What's he gonna pay you in Twizzlers?
No, you know he was going to do like Xbox games and stuff.
there's rich kids that
Handies
can sell
under
their
the gym.
Xbox games.
Yeah.
There's also teachers that are so good that they really piss off like the people that are extra shitty. So if he's
Hey,
that
back
shitty
to
of a
Wet
student-
Works.
Yeah. But I feel like there's been teachers that have been so good that there are students that hated them.
Yeah.
Was part of like, because you can't make everyone love you. I mean, someone shot John Lennon.
I can make you love me.
Dude, everyone's going to get you assassinated doing that as a teacher.
Yeah.
I had a teacher the first day of economics class jumped onto his desk, and that he thought that would just get his attention from every student like
Wouldn't
the
it be
rest of the
funny
year.
if he would have
Still
jumped
talking
on
about
his
it.
desk? Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just all of a sudden, like both feet. Well, what did you think? Oh, you're like unzip or what?
I'm just playing it out already. I mean, you can't even finish the story, and I'm playing it out. Like this is what I want to happen. The teacher to jump straight up on the desk, feet planted on the.
You never
on
got
the
that
desk.
kind of education, did you?
He slips on some papers. He fall back. He busts his head. All of a sudden, he got in an ambulance ride. Please tell me that's what happened.
And then I listened to every word he said the rest of the school year. California school systems, baby.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
that's what I needed.
I was going, yeah, I like that version of the story better.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to like act tough in front of just some high school
When
kids.
you
and just,
bust your ass.
bust your head open.
When your shit's bleeding.
Okay. So I'm going to totally tangent this story, but it's based off of that. So I had a buddy. He was a security officer at the now debunked Hilton, the Las Vegas Hilton here in Las Vegas. He was a security guard, and he was with another security guard. And it was evening. They're walking together, and they see a couple of hotties. And the hotties are apparently looking their way. My buddy Eric, he really didn't. He was like kind of whatever and just kind of walking. But his friend did the whole eye lock thing, but they were walking. And he goes, "What's up?" And then trips and falls and lands face first into an ashtray.
Yes, Jesus.
Oh, man.
Not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan.
That's always the best. Or you just see like a dude riding a bike and he like turns his head to check out a chick or something, just like crashes right into a trash can or something, dude. Always the best.
Or you seen the one of the Hispanic lady that she's trying to like cross the street and she keeps running into the plexiglass window. She hits it like straight on and goes, "Oh, okay," and goes around to the other side, and she does it again, and then she's like, "Ooh, my head hurts," and then she's still looking down and goes around and then does it again, and then finally she realizes maybe I should put my hand out to make sure I know when I'm at the exit.
It was great.
Yeah, you have to find that.
I have a
That's
theory
funny.
based on that, and that's that if you could find out through like a magic app that you had, like The Sims, how something will appear above a Sim's head, if you could see like through like AR
upset.
goggles, a number above each person's head, in the number that you'd find the most about people that you could base the most judgments on them is if this number above their head showed how many times they've banged their knuckles on their own car window trying to like reach out at a drive-through line. Because, like,
Yes.
I'm grateful that number isn't public for me.
I get a drink. That also reminds me of Big Lebowski when he tries to throw his joint out the window, but the window's rolled out.
Yeah. It sets his laugh on fire.
Crashes his car.
Oh, man. Holler if you've done this. 'cause
Oh my
I've done
goodness
that.
gracious!
I've done
Yeah,
that.
that's been me at one point. Sometimes you're already flying down the street. You could be careless about a burning object, too. Or, like, have you ever had an insect bite you while you're trying to drive?
Yes. I'm from Missouri. Yes. The answer is
worst.
yes. Mosquito.
I had ants in my car one day. I had to pull over and deal with all these ants.
Oh my God. I'm guilty of getting my mom to do that. I was in the back seat. I was a teenager, and I had rolled my window down, and all kids have done this. They stick their hand out and they make the flat tire sound.
Oh,
My
yeah.
mom-
I've
yeah.
never heard of that.
Yeah.
I haven't either, but
No, yeah. My mom freaked out because we're driving. She freaks out and immediately tries to put her head out the window to look down, but her window was rolled up.
Oh, man.
Damn near knocked herself out.
oh man,
You almost died, you idiot.
Yeah, so funny.
I've got...
You almost killed yourself.
I did, and it was hilarious.
That's
my
awesome.
my friend Glenn, we used to go on these alien hunts where I was the first one of our friends, like the second one, to have a driving license. We'd grab the family car and I'd pick up some friends and we'd go alien hunting in the desert, just looking for
Nice.
trouble. And my friend Glenn came up with this idea that he didn't run by anyone first before he tried it. But it became a thing. It became a tradition. But it started with him in the back seat. And the conversation would fall into a lull. We'd be on an empty desert highway, no street lights, only distant house lights in the far
Far
off
off.
horizon. Yeah, and in this lull of conversation, all of a sudden he would throw his door open and scream at the same time. So there'd be like a rush of like 50-mile-an-hour air coming in the car. The dome light would turn on. Everything would be panic and screaming and wind. Everyone else would immediately panic too and scream. Wind, everything. All of a sudden,
That's great.
like quiet radio. We're listening to Art Bell about some like ghost fucking horse or something, and half
Those
alien.
classic ghost horse stories.
Yeah, like half alien, half walrus, endangered thing. And all of a sudden, there's wind and lights and screaming.
Like,
It was
oh my
great.
God.
I did it to so many people since then. It became my new favorite thing.
That's actually pretty cool.
Bless
I'm never
his
going to
heart.
get in the car with you. Got it.
Glen Matlock. Oh, you've been warned now, so it won't be fun.
Yeah.
When I do still do it to
we
you.
still do it on the freeway though.
Yeah.
It's all about the freeway now. This is modern vehicles.
You know, you
Hold on,
can
you said you do it on the freeway?
well, nowadays it's 2019.
You know.
you can rent
Oh
a
my
car.
God,
You can rent a car and like get all the insurance, and then whatever you do to the car, they don't care
You
about.
can wreck it and walk away.
You really can.
If I'm driving, then it's not as big a deal because I can hold that wheel while I scream. And on the 15, there's no lights on a lot of that 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's true.
By Barstow and stuff.
My buddies decided to give that a go, and they took it out to the desert and were riding around like crazy. And 3 of them, they're those types of people. But the 4th one is my buddy Billy, who he's about as good as they get. So this is way out of his wheelhouse. And they're doing all this stuff and donuts and stuff, and he's finally, they're tearing up the seats, they're kicking in the speakers.
Is this a car they were going to throw away?
And then they were starting to, they were spitting on the floor. So Billy was like, well, they got the insurance. They were just going to return it and see what
It
happens.
was a rental.
It's
Yeah.
messed up.
So he was like, you know what, that's cool. So I'm gonna spit in the back seat. So he tries to spit, but it hits his gag reflex, and he winds up vomiting all over himself.
Karma's a bitch.
As a bitch, like instantly.
That's
Good.
that's hilarious.
Good. I like that.
How do you try to spit
Cheers.
and like accidentally throw up? Who does that? How is that possible?
I told you it was out of his wheelhouse. It's just like it's like-
Spitting?
Yeah.
Spitting is out of his wheelhouse.
All of it.
Breathing too, apparently.
Yes.
Oh man.
I had a friend that would give me rides to work. We'd carpool, and I was getting really frustrated and wacky on this stupid job. It was Verizon 411, and I started taking stuff out of his car and opening his passenger seat and just like grinding these things against the ground as he drove. Just really dangerous because like a bump could just like come and grind my fingers off. or
Yeah, and
something.
be done. Yeah.
But then it just became like more and more valuable things that I would hold close to the road.
That's pretty good.
It escalated into a lot of pranks on him. We'd put like a condom on his shifter.
Oh, that's
He'd be all
great.
slimy on his shifter.
Yeah.
One time,
Damn it, spermicidal.
he had this little Geo, and he was hoping to get it stolen for the insurance money. 'Cause
Yes.
the total
Nobody
loss,
steal a Geo.
it would
Has
give
to
him
be
a
a
down
Honda
payment.
Civic.
Yeah.
Well, a Honda Civic has resale value. The Geo didn't.
No.
So he couldn't sell it. It was worth. He could only pay someone to take it. It
He
was
could possibly trade it in for a Daewoo.
It had a negative blue book value.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Wow.
what you have to pay to get this much junk gotten rid of.
Yeah, exactly.
It's negative $200.
you
But
owe
I
me.
own it. I own it free and clear. We know that.
Yeah.
But so, because of wanting it stolen, he'd leave it unlocked. So I would go in it and just unlatch the parking brake on this hill where we worked, and then just push it backwards
Oh my gosh.
across the parking lot onto this grassy hill that was on the
To
other
make him
side of
think
the
it
lot.
was stolen.
Just so he'd come out and it would look like he parked backwards up into
Like
like
an asshole.
Like a total asshole.
this grassy tree area that was like before this corporate park. Like he just decided to park backwards into that like an asshole. Yeah,
Like a total
Nice.
jerk face.
Nice.
he knew it was us too.
Well, I did some pretty mean stuff. You ever put
Nobody cares.
pepper spray in the
Okay, we care.
next to the windshield?
I've never interacted with the pepper spray.
Okay,
No.
well, I mean,
That's-
in a different life, I had
Yeah, that's me.
yeah.
No, we're all
But you spray
haunted by that.
you spray a little bit of pepper spray into the air intake,
Into the oh,
and
now I know what you mean.
it's a lot of fun for the people that want to use
Air.
the AC or the heater.
That's
That's
that's rough, man. Because
gnarly.
pepper spray is like,
Oh yeah, it's pretty tough.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard.
it's
Even
pretty
just
gnarly.
like breathing it in is
Bear mace.
really.
I'm waiting
I
for
miss
that to
guy.
be a flavor of Lay's.
Bear mace lays.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dude,
Sriracha slash
do
bear
they
mace.
still do they still do like online polls to like what
Yes.
should the next flavor be?
Yes.
should
You
submit
got to
that.
start that like hashtag Bear Mace Lays.
Shoes. Shoes lays.
Shoelace.
Nice.
So it's shoes flavored lays. It's shoelays.
Shoelace.
But they're like strings.
So back to the beginning. What happened to this kid that hired this hitman for his teacher?
Yeah, did he go to jail?
He got busted. Yeah.
But like,
I don't
how?
think-
He
I don't-
definitely school jail. People,
School jail.
Police.
Yeah, I
Definitely
mean, I
would
doubt
have picked
he's
him up.
like. I mean, he's not going to prison, but he's gonna have to pay some fine. Or his family's responsible for some fines or some shit. I mean, he's getting charged with trying to.
That fine you get from
Yeah.
trying
Man,
to
I don't know-
hire
I don't
him.
know
anymore. Any kind of threat you make, if it's social media or otherwise, man, you're gonna go to jail.
You're on the
Yeah,
radar.
they passed some laws
Yeah, it's pretty serious stuff.
recently now.
Yeah, well, 'cause it's a fine line, man. Because like, I don't know, you have to be careful with like personalities who are saying things that can incite people to violence, and you can
Sure.
say like, well, this person isn't responsible for these people's actions, but I mean, it's a really fine line, and I'm still not sure how I feel about it. You
Yeah.
know?
It's
Like,
true. I
There's
mean,
another
they're
thing, too.
taking some kids to jail over like Xbox.
Yeah, and some of
talking
these
on
kids are-
Xbox Live, and they're talking about terroristic threats or not liking their teacher, stuff like that.
It might just be training them to be criminals in jail instead of actually giving them some counseling.
Well,
Yeah.
that's going to be a fact.
Well,
Yeah.
there is a thing that
That's like a vocational.
it's called
It is
swatting.
vocational school.
Swatting?
Yeah, where
swatting is messed up.
Yeah, where you'll basically call in, like, say, if they like dock someone and find out, say you're playing an Xbox game, right, and you get into a shouting match with someone and you start talking a whole bunch of shit, and then you can find out where the person lives somehow, which there's ways to do that.
Sure.
And then you just call in to the local law enforcement or where they live and say like, oh, this person's like a huge drug dealer. They have like, tons of weapons and shit. You can make up shit. And then
SWAT shows up and-
Yeah, a whole bunch of cops show up and like fuck up that person's life, man. It's happened quite a few times and it's really messed up.
Wow.
One time, someone died from being swatted. The SWAT people killed them,
Whoa.
and they weren't even the person that was in the argument. They were the person gave them a false address, and this other person swatted a false address, and that person's in jail for murder now.
Yeah,
from
they got-
swatting these
yeah.
random bystanders.
Whoa, that's
Shit's-
cool.
shit's fuck- people are
The
fucked up, man.
H3
Right?
podcast, which I love. I found out why they just moved. It turns out they got swatted like 3 times.
Whoa,
It was
really?
messed up, yeah.
I would just put a sign up front.
Yeah.
SWAT, just please knock.
SWAT,
Right.
please knock.
Come on in. It's
Well, you'd
cool.
think the department after the first one would be like, these are just entertainers that are being targeted. We might not need to SWAT them again next time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But like, how often do they get to go out? I wonder if they're just like itching. They're like, yeah, gear up.
It's true, right? They probably are.
And that's
Yeah.
exactly why I don't play Battlefield or Call of Duty.
Right?
Ooh, right? Those kids are mean.
I could be like, actually.
Well, no, it's just because I'm not as good at it. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, and
They're
after
really good. Oh,
getting
yeah.
like
They're
after
really
getting
good.
my ass whooped by like a 13-year-old and like shit talk too.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
a little
oh,
pissed
man,
off.
I don't want to get like,
Dude, I'm almost
bitched at by
40.
a
I will bust
13-year-old. I
your...
know. This little kid talking shit to me, man. I'm like, I'm old. I don't have good reflexes anymore.
Yeah, dude.
I just play Minecraft.
Yeah, dude. Leave me alone. It's time for my Metamucil.
Gonna knock out some trees. I'm just gonna go punch trees.
Yeah.
You know what else it's time for besides non-absorbable bulk?
What?
It's Bob Thornton hour. Woo! Yeah, it's time for Newhart time. It's time for
You know what happens?
S. Preston Esquire.
We have to do this so we can keep toilet paper for us.
Yeah, this
true.
is toilet paper purchasing moment.
Yep.
Help us.
It all goes to the toilet paper budget.
Lord help us on that toilet paper budget.
Yeah, I'm tired of one ply.
Help us get another ply.
Hey guys, it's Crazy Jay from the Rockin' Comedy Show, and I wanted to talk to you about the Ballsy Company. They have a fantastic product that I am absolutely in love with. In fact, here's a clip of the Rockin' Comedy Show as we talk about it.
What's ballsy?
Ballsy.
Oh, ballsy.
That's ball wash.
That
Yeah,
stuff
ball
smells
wash.
really
Funk
good.
off your junk.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's for guys on the go.
For guys on the go.
You know.
You know, you got
Let me see.
your nut rub, your stack spray, and for everything else, nuts, butts, and your body.
The funk off your junk. That's kind of hilarious. How do I get one of those? That's like
Smell
a fun
how
gift.
good it smells.
Hashtag live balls out.
Live balls out.
Right.
That's right.
Guys, if you go to ballsy.com or ballwash.com, both of those companies work. If you use coupon code Radio Vegas, you'll get 15% off your first order.
I'm gonna smell the sack spray right now. It's
I want the
smelly.
ladies here at Radio Vegas to know what it smells like, so that when we walk by them, they're like, oh.
Someone's freshened up.
Guys, seriously, you gotta check out Ball Wash from the Ballsy Company. Mention Radio Vegas in that coupon code. Get 15% off. You won't be disappointed.
Kicker Audio.
So check it out, Mario. They hit me up, the guys from Kicker. They said, Jay, you have done a fantastic job promoting these headphones. And
They're awesome.
They're all over Facebook. You have tweeted them. We know that you love the headphones. But how come you haven't talked about this wireless Bluetooth bullfrog we have? And I said, well, to be honest with you, you never sent me one.
We haven't tested it.
Within 24 hours, there was one delivered to my house. So now, this is gonna blow your mind, Mario. This is... You're impressed. No dead space, speakers on both sides. Isn't that awesome?
Very impressed.
It's Kicker Audio, everybody. You gotta go there. Check them out online.
Kicker Audio. Living loud. Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-709-4389. 800-709-4389. 800-709-4389. That's 800-709-4389.
That's the sound most people make when they leave Pinches Tacos. Why is that? Because Pinches Tacos prides themselves in making every location unique, but give every location the same feel. I'm not talking cookie cutters like those big chain restaurants. They blend into your neighborhood and create a place you want to call your second home. Their doors are always open. Well, at least until 11 o'clock. Their mission is simple. They provide you the best taco experience by using high-quality meats and seafood, fresh garden vegetables, handmade tortillas, and high-quality artisan breads. They could have made it complicated, but they chose not to. Why? Because they found through experience that keeping things simple is a good recipe for success and happiness. It's also a good recipe for a pretty tasty Pinches taco.
According to Spanish language Stack Exchange, we always use it as an insult enhancer and can turn almost any curse word into a really rude one. Pinche pendejo, pendeja equals asshole.
Now they have 6 locations, 2 right here in Las Vegas. Come in, find out why we love them so much. Check them out on Facebook or visit the website, pinchestacos.com, for a location nearest you.
ABS Media.
Do you fear the dark? Do you fear the light? Are you afraid of what you've seen? Are you afraid of what you can't see?
What responses, you say you're testing it at the house, what responses did you get when you were testing it?
I mean, I've heard my full name, Chris's name, just direct replies to questions and stuff.
On World Ghost Radio, the paranormal, the spirits, the unexplainable, with your host Rocky on World Ghost Radio.
And we're back. Behold. Ka-chunk. It's Greasy Conversation time. We spell it the correct way if you Google it, or you can be quick and just type in WOZ.LOL, and it takes you there too, majestically.
Boom. Like a unicorn.
We, speaking of unicorns, have Two Clueless Dudes in the studio with us today. Their show on at Fridays at 7 is a good time as well.
That's right. That's
TwoCluelessDudes.com. You can, oh yeah, Pacific, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But you can get old episodes there, and they're all juicy. I recommend them.
You have to remember that time pacifically.
Yeah.
I do everything pacifically.
Yeah.
On that note,
is Eric listening?
I know.
We've got other news nuggets.
All right. So I feel like these articles come out. It seems like once a week now. There's a new like salmonella outbreak in different food that we normally buy. I think there was one we did last week, but a few people have died now. It's from ground beef.
Jeez.
So this, I don't know if the CDC is advising.
Ground beef, that's classic though. That's why everyone was supposed to be getting things not raw for ground beef. I think forever. I thought
salmonella. Wasn't that the guy that like freed Africa?
If you don't give me my
that's
burger,
Nelson Mandela. They sound similar. Yeah, okay.
Nelson.
But that was really close. Same family though.
Yeah.
Salmonella Rushdie.
But I want mine medium rare when I go and get a burger though.
But see, it's risky because the bacteria can work its way into the ground beef, whereas a steak, it has the natural body of the animal in the way.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
It's
ground
the
beef.
weirdest
But I
explanation.
am risque.
I don't know if you want to risk it with that salmonella now, though.
No.
Does it say what brand it was? You know, is it like generic Kroger brand or
American beef, of course, from America.
Probably.
American
It
China?
doesn't say. Yeah.
I'm being so shitty to my own country. I'm sorry, America.
No,
I'll
hey,
eat your beef.
sometimes you got to be critical, man. It's okay to be critical about shit. Like, yeah, we're having salmonella outbreaks like every week in different types of food. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Lettuce.
if you would clean your shit, we wouldn't be having the problem.
Yeah.
That's the real business.
It's
right?
really hard to clean lettuce, so supposedly salads have a
Right.
problem with this. A lot.
Yeah, there was
lettuce get you sick?
What I tell you guys about the punt supply?
right.
Punt
Yeah,
supply
so-
strong. Colorado, California, Kansas, Oklahoma,
Dang.
Texas, and what's that state that's IA? Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah, those are our culprits.
Yeah.
According
So-
to the
Or
CDC.
interanal? I don't know. It's
Interanal, like between one anus and the other.
yes.
Yes. It's like this. It's like this.
All right.
The wistful look in Greg's eye over that, like,
I'm like, oh, okay.
really? It's like
All
twice
right,
the fun.
Yeah. I can get into that.
Back and forth.
It's
Totally. It makes the
the
shocker a whole new
doublement of
thing.
it's a doublement of butt sex.
Doublement. Like a doublement, like it's.
I
double
wanted
your
the butt.
flavor.
Oh, I wanted
Double
the
your
butt.
fun.
We can both have the butt and still have fun.
That's right.
You got your peanut butter and my chocolate. You got your chocolate and my peanut butter.
Oh, man. Nice. I love it.
I'm sure it all ends well.
No one remembers this old.
So where did it all come from? Colorado? That's the green one.
No, that was just the states that it's so far affected that they found cases. There have been a handful of hospitalizations.
I like how there's an
one
advertisement for Smith's on the side.
Smith's Groceries? We know what you're wanting right now.
death. Yeah.
By the way,
Kroger meat's 100% safe.
Yeah.
Kroger's awesome. Pro Kroger.
So if you go into the grocery
Kroger.
store and you see ground beef on sale,
Plain poker.
nah.
Full price ground beef only. Don't skimp in. That prosumer ground beef. None of that consumer
I got to be
stuff.
honest. I've cut ground beef 100% out of my diet, except when I go out to eat and I'll have like a burger or something.
ground
But,
beef
like,
is
as far
my
as-
choice of meat.
Is it really?
I
Ground
like
beef
it a
and
lot
ground
too.
turkey.
I do turkey.
Steaks
Turkey.
like
I do.
hurt my teeth, bro.
Steak hurts your teeth?
They do, yeah. I can't. Cause my
I
teeth all
feel
kind of
like someone's not
come
preparing
in,
the
you know?
steak right for you.
It doesn't matter how it is. The way my jaw is, so like anytime I could, like causes like this weird suction and like.
I can picture that because steak can be like kind of grabby.
Yeah,
And
that's
then it
what it
swivels
does.
around weird on you. It's all rubbery.
Man, I
Yeah.
could take this way
Bro,
somewhere different.
Oh yeah.
I'm a straight up king, so anytime I eat it, it fucks with my crowns.
Oh!
Hey-o.
Nice.
I'm following. You did that yesterday to him too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about how much I enjoyed it.
That was good. I like that.
I actually meant to give you the ding ding ding, but like, it's fine.
It both work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
still
the game show that
it
either
still
way.
felt good no matter
Close enough.
The losings are the winnings in this game show, ladies and gentlemen. Tell your friends.
Well, tell us more about the meat burglar.
Oh no, that's it. Just don't.
Did you just combine two things? There's
I did.
stealing and then
He's
there's
talking
meat.
about McDonald's now.
That's the hamburger.
I have
That's
a
the
chemical
Hamburglar.
addiction to that establishment.
He only steals hamburgers specifically.
I need a 12-step
Yeah.
program from McDonald's. I need like a deity to pray to that'll actually give a shit about my McDonald's addiction.
Well, if you stop eating McDonald's, your poop will be a lot better, I'm sure.
If I just stop doing heroin, maybe it will be good. No, it's not that easy, man. I get withdrawals.
They actually, I do. Didn't they have a study that said that McDonald's was addictive?
It absolutely is. Well,
Are you
honestly,
being
I want to say there was a
serious?
study on
well,
that. Yeah.
it's not just McDonald's, but like that particular combination of salt and fat, it triggers addiction like
Yeah.
across the board.
Yeah. And did you know their smell is made in Austria?
Brazil.
The
No,
smell.
it's like Austria. But
smell of McDonald's.
it's like
What
fabricated.
are you talking about?
It's fabricated. That specific McDonald's smell.
No, everything.
It's engineered.
Everything in
It's
McDonald's.
engineered, yeah.
There's a waft that comes off of the pores of the building as you drive by.
Yeah.
A waft that beckons.
What do you get when you go? Out of curiosity.
I get,
Diarrhea.
I get 2 McDoubles. I leave the bread
McDoubles.
out of the because it's a lot of beef for cheap,
That's true.
and I ditch the bread.
All
but
of the bread.
Sometimes I leave one of the 4 slices of bread, like a taco.
How the fuck do you hold it? If you have no bread,
It's like
what do you just slap it in your hands and blah, 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 blah.
You use the
Make
bread
love
as a
to the meat?
handle to squeeze the meat into your mouth from under the bread.
How often do you go to your meat?
Right? That's the thing. Who does that?
Not as often as this guy, apparently.
You want to tongue it. You want to start digesting the meat from
Starting with your tongue.
I
Get
work
that
a
saliva
hole.
working.
Hear me out. I work a
gotta
hole
break it
into the
down.
meat with my tongue and start tonguing the meat out
Yeah.
first and start like tonguing pieces in from inside
Take that,
the burger.
salmonella.
I'm in.
But I really will suck it out of the bread sometimes or fold the meat over into like a
You're getting me
bread
excited.
taco.
Yes.
So yeah.
I used to do that.
into
I used
it.
to get a McDouble. I used to do the McDouble and the Big Mac, and then I would take the meat out of the McDouble and put it into the Big Mac.
Yeah, so you're
Smart.
bonus.
Damn.
Okay. That's a hell of a burger.
I got a showstopper.
It's
here.
almost like a regular burger. That's
It doesn't end there. I still have a problem with the fries, but what I'll do is I'll order the fries, no salt, well done. So the fries come crispy, almost like chips with no salt. So the salt from the meat blends with the unsalted potato potato sticks of gladness.
You know, I got this weird thing that recently happened with French fries. I was talking to Mike about it a while ago. Wingstop's fries are so bad.
Oh yeah, they're just
Dude, they're
soggy
awful.
goofballs.
They're so bad that I think I just don't like French fries now.
yeah.
they just
And I
kill
won't-
French
I'm
fries
not
for
kidding.
you. Oh man.
Well, they don't
I
call it
even-
French fry stop.
I went. Now Wingstop has the best wings in town, I
love 'em.
believe.
I adore them.
But their French fries are quite horrid.
Yeah. They're like
so-
they've got like ED potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just
It's so the case. Too.
it's kind of jacked up that you put it that way, but yeah. So I'm just not in a French fry. I do a hard pass on the French fries lately.
Well done, no salt.
Do y'all
is the
ever
French
eat
fry
at
word.
like Checkers or Rallies? Rally
Yeah,
Burger?
I've had
yeah.
Checkers before.
Dude, back in the day when I was a kid in the 80s, Rally Burger was in Vegas, and their fries to me was one of the greatest things
I
I've
still like their fries. They're
ever
special.
put in my mouth schnout.
They're seasoned.
And now, I mean, they're still pretty good, but they're a little greasier than normal. Like
You just
most
ask
of-
for them well done, and they
Well,
really
we're
cook
all-
them the right way.
They have a Checkers and a Walmart now.
Oh.
Did they close like?
Dude, that's like the McDonald's of McDonald's.
There's this McDonald's with a Checkers in it.
Yeah.
Dude, they
Is that the
closed,
North Decatur outfit?
The one that
North
we saw,
Dakota?
yeah.
They closed a bunch of Checkers around town because they were all shitty.
Dude,
like
they're
all
bad.
multiple health code violations and shit. Like, oh man.
There was one on. There was one that I used to eat all the time with my buddy Matty Mims. Rest in peace, dog. And it was a Checkers, and I just drove by, and they turned it into a Rally.
They just
Just bloop,
Just swap it
your
out.
name.
Yeah.
Like
swap a
nobody
couple
would even
signs.
notice.
It's the same
Like, it's
logo
the same-
with different letters on it.
Yeah, same
color
exact
scheme.
food.
Yeah.
Right.
But nobody will ever
Well
know.
done.
Yeah.
Rallies.
Probably like the same people working there, causing the same violations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It's
Nothing
like
changes.
It's like Carl's Jr. renaming themselves Hardee's just in this town.
Dude,
like
Carl's
the same
Jr.
thing.
is the most
I don't
frustrating.
understand why they do that. Like in the
Do you-
Midwest,
You
it's
don't
Hardee's.
remember when Hardee's was a different store? When we were really young,
Yeah.
Hardee's was all blue logo and a different font and everything.
Well,
and then when they merged,
I'm not
Hardee's
from
took.
here though. I'm a Midwestern
Yeah.
boy.
But you don't remember? I
from-
thought Hardee's was in the Midwest and was all
It
blue
is.
then.
No.
And you remember
don't remember?
Noggles?
No.
Noggles
Maybe-
was green.
Oh, I don't remember Noggles
I
at
don't know
all.
what the fuck is
I didn't
Noggles?
even know of a Carl's
Okay.
Jr. until I moved to Vegas, and I was like, "Why does Hardee's look like not Hardee's?"
Yeah,
Because it's the same everything.
There's an interesting story behind this Noggles chain. The guy who owned Noggles got in a nasty divorce. The wife wanted all the Noggles chains. So before the divorce was finalized and it was won, he basically got rid of the entire Noggles brand and switched them to Del Taco.
no.
Oh.
And thus, ta-da, they all became Del Tacos. He just
I like
bought like
that.
a gajillion Del Tacos.
Was Del Taco already a thing during the same time as Noggles?
The first Del Taco was in Barstow.
Yeah, it had to be because Apple Valley
And-
had the second Del Taco. I remember growing up with Del Taco number 2.
And so it had to have been around the exact same
Kind
time.
of dope.
Yeah, I was proud of it.
The Del
Navajo
Taco?
Road.
Yeah. I ate at a Taco Bell that used
What it is, what it
that
ain't.
used Del Taco wrappers, so that was
Oh,
kind of
nice.
unique.
Yeah.
And at Auburn, California, they were neighbors.
Man, California's got like all the fast foods. Tommy Burger.
No,
Their
man.
Tommy's here now.
White Castle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I have a
White
problem
Castle.
with there too.
Growing up in Missouri, bro. Oh yeah,
That's
never
the
eaten a White
non-California
Castle.
one that's legendary.
yeah.
I could never understand why Harold and Kumar went.
Because when
One
you
day.
eat,
Yeah, I gotta go
and it
get-
smells good, and when you go poop, it smells
the
like
same?
when you
Yeah.
saw me. It's like a double win.
That's what they advertise is what you want.
No,
from there.
I'm telling you for a fact.
You're gonna have the smell a second time.
Yay!
I'm just letting you know if you're interested.
You laugh, but when I was a little kid, I used to eat the beef ramen, the ramen noodles from
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
packages, too fast. And I would wind up vomiting it back up, and then I get to eat it again.
Aw,
That's
you were a good kid.
Yeah,
I
that's-
was. It was like
You
getting
were-
2 meals.
You were like a
for the
puppy.
price of one. It was awesome.
Yeah.
You need to give him
Whatever
one of
you
those.
wanna
That's not.
That's
That's
true.
not okay.
No, no.
That is the truth.
not okay.
Listen, why waste food? I
How
thought
old
that
were
story
you?
was beautiful.
I would have been
11?
in the 4th grade.
Fourth grade, old enough to know better. Give him
Yeah,
the.
definitely. 11.
On Phil's note,
nice.
I mixed it up again.
Yes.
All right, news us.
I don't
All
know.
right.
Wait. About this news. Okay.
All right. Where do we go? Because I grabbed a ton of space news.
I love space.
We got to play with the space at some
Yeah,
point.
space is going to be.
Obviously, you
good
gave
to
it too
talk
much
about.
space.
We've got hard space
All right.
this one.
But this one, I just, there's always art. It's just a stupid art. It's if there's a wormhole hiding in our galaxy, could we really find it?
Well,
Probably not. And it'll just turn out like Event Horizon, where we'll end up going to a hell dimension, and Sam Neill will come out with no eyes,
Yes.
and swallow everyone's soul.
Yes.
well, hold on now.
And then the movie
because
will end.
I've learned if you go to sleep, the worms will crawl out of your butthole, and you have this little window to catch them, then yank them out. So that's what we have to do. We all have to pretend to be sleeping And when you start feeling that itchiness in the bum, that's when we know the wormhole's appearing.
That's when you
do
grab for
do you
the worms.
see how difficult it is to be friends with this guy? When he says shit like that?
I mean, it might be off topic, but it is valuable.
He does have a point.
Yeah.
But you just have to have a really good bro to like watch your butthole while you sleep.
Exactly.
Like with the tongs ready to catch the worms.
What are you doing?
What I mean?
I'm just looking for wormholes, bro.
Right?
Looking for wormholes.
I gotta be honest. Like, I think we're close enough in
Okay.
our bro
You guys have
ishness that I would check your wormhole.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys have smartellect. So when
I feel like he just called me stupid. Go ahead.
So everyone talks
allow
about
it.
traveling at light speed, and obviously, even if you could travel at light speed, you have the issues of not being able to see where you're going. You have issues of it's still taking. I mean, the closest galaxy is how many light years away? You know what I mean? So
I mean,
even if you
yeah.
could travel at the speed of light, you still never make it
You
anywhere
still have
before
like
you die.
thousands of years to get somewhere. Yeah.
Well,
So
like, that's
what
not
do you
true.
think
I've
is gonna?
watched
What do you think is going to
Star
bridge the
Trek
gap?
and all
Do
that
you
other
think?
stuff. They're alive and well.
I think they will find a way to. I want to say like fold space.
That's what I'm banking on, or at least traveling in another dimension. So it seems like where the math of things go when you go to the very tiny things that things are made of, that there's more than just 4 dimensions like we're dealing with. Because I mean, you have things like the electron. Just does not care about the 4th dimension as we know it until we look at it. Otherwise, it's existing in all these places at once.
We have no business. We don't even know what we're doing here on Earth. We got no business poking around doing weird shit in space.
No, we need to, man.
There's plenty of it to poke on.
We need to. But yeah, well,
not trying to. Because I mean, what happens if you do fold space and you have something like an event horizon?
You put it in your drawer and you've got it nice, clean, and fresh for later.
Oh my gosh! then we're in trouble.
Then you just got to deal with the hell dimension. I mean,
yeah, no big deal.
It'll be like Doom.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if you guys ever played Games Workshop's Warhammer 40K, but that's basically the gist. Is they have this other materium that turns out to be basically a plane of pure and utter chaos. And that's all it is.
Chaos.
But it ties. It is the fabric that ties the world, the universe together.
Well, that fits with new things we were talking about before the show, where there might be an ether. The old theory of there being an ether in space that everything is like in, and it's already weird that we're made out of these particles. That when we bust them up and look at the inside, there's other quarks besides the ones our particles are made of, and like, what are those used for? What is all this? Dark energy and dark matter behind the universe expanding quicker than it should with just the matter that we can observe.
That's true.
And then as you were mentioning earlier, like traveling at the speed of light, another problem you run into is like if someone did travel at the speed of light, you have the problem like say you go out like 4 years and 4 years back or something.
Yeah.
And then everyone on Earth is going to be old or dead. Like all your friends would be dead by then because world, keeps spinning normal for them. But you're hauling ass across the galaxy, and then you come back and, I mean, everyone could be dead. Like, could have been like World War V.
Yeah, you don't really know how
But you
time is
do
going
that
to
for
pass.
space. You do it for science, though.
Well, you got to colonize.
I'm sure somebody would do it.
You got to go with some breeders, and colonize.
And the other thing is slowing down. I mean, do you realize?
Oh, yeah, decelerating.
Deceleration would be so.
Good point.
I mean, it would take forever. I mean, it could take you literally years just to slow down.
That's so true.
Right. Yeah, that's another.
I feel like Star Trek never touched that.
And you better hope to God you don't come out and there's like a planet right there.
Yeah. Oh, now that you mentioned Star Trek, I should have grabbed this article, but I saw where these scientists were actually breaking down like how, faster than light travel would look. And they're like, Star Trek's too slow for faster than light travel. Like, it would just be way faster than that. So Star Trek is extremely inaccurate.
Oh, wow.
But of course, they didn't know that at the time.
Well, also, the warp drive
just for an effect.
supposedly folded space.
Yeah.
Is that how it works? Because I know it goes up to like, there's different levels of warp speed.
Yeah, remember
So
how
it must
they,
be different layers of
Maximum warp.
folding.
remember when they found out in Next Generation that Warp 9 like damaged like the ecosystem of space in this civilization that they didn't know about? So like a new law was started where they had to stick around like Warp 2 at the most. And that's when he stopped saying Warp 9 and started being maximum warp.
Maximum warp.
Yeah.
That's true,
They
yeah.
like changed their lingo for this imaginary environment.
Good on them.
That's why Star
Right?
Trek was awesome, man.
Still is awesome.
Star Trek is pretty boss.
Yeah.
We talked about it a
I just
lot.
like the Romulans.
Check it out.
I'm a
big
CBS All
Romulan
Access.
Two Clueless Dudes yesterday. We talked about Star Trek, a good hunk.
Yeah, nice.
Nerds.
Nerds.
All right, this last one before we pay some more Billy Bobs.
Damn, we're flying.
I know. All right, so Microsoft has given its internet browser Edge a new icon.
Interesting.
And I have to say, give it the fuck up, Microsoft. You're not gonna. No one uses Edge.
Wait.
All right.
It's true.
Not
What
so
is
fast. A lot of
my
IT
God.
professionals are recommending Edge now.
Really?
Because it actually does use up less resources to do normal web browsing. So much that you actually see it on the battery life.
Really?
Wow.
Not only that, but the latest version of Edge uses Chromium under the hood anyway. So Edge, they threw away the old Edge infrastructure, grabbed Chromium, and then just built old Internet Explorer compatibility layers on top of Chromium, and that's the new Edge. But a lot of people are recommending Edge in the tech community now, especially for novice users, because it's less susceptible, because it's not as common as Chrome.
I would think as a
There's less
novice, you
affections
wouldn't
for it.
want to be living on the edge.
I'm awarding it. Sorry,
And
Phil.
can I say this symbol actually brings around, does a whole workaround to the beginning of the show. Tell me that doesn't look like a butthole.
All right. Yep.
Fair
It's- I could see it. Yeah,
Kind
definitely.
of does actually.
You can see the butthole in there.
You can see the star. You can see the star.
That guy who designed that was definitely thinking of butthole at the time.
Yeah, we found the wormhole.
His wife probably didn't let him play with her
smiley.
butthole too. So
I like it. It looks
And let him play
smiley.
hide the Tootsie Roll.
yeah,
It's probably her butthole. He's like, this is what you get.
Ah.
He's like, everyone's
not
gonna
letting
see
me
your butthole now.
play with your butthole.
I'm
I'm gonna
celebrating
make
you
your
in a
butthole.
So what is that
Private way.
icon supposed to do? Is it?
It takes you to the butthole.
It's just like a yeah.
You double click on it to launch the
It
program.
takes you
Yeah.
to a
No, it's just a redesign so they can probably move away from the old Internet Explorer
Ah,
So
yeah.
is that what
Icon.
it's going to replace?
rebranding. Well, Microsoft Edge replaced it. It was a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
wow,
Internet
it's been that long.
The Internet
since
Explorer's been gone for a while, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, no one knows that because not that many people use it.
And the
or use
icon looked
Edge.
the same.
That's true.
And,
Yeah.
yeah. So they upgraded,
The
and maybe
number
people
one-
will use it now.
The number one search done on the Edge browser is for the word Chrome. To download Chrome
That's
is the number one
hilarious.
thing searched for on Edge browser.
That's funny.
But I tried using Edge browser for a while on this really low power tablet laptop convertible thing. And I actually was really disappointed by this website called Scroller with 3 L's. Highly recommend it.
Yeah?
It lets you scroll through image galleries on Reddit just automatically, including those kind of Reddit image galleries.
Oh,
But it worked really glitchy in Edge, so I had to switch back to Chrome on there. So I couldn't really tell if my battery lasted longer or not because it worked like shit.
oh man.
Not so interesting, actually. Sounds like
Yeah, so I got mixed feelings from backing these IT professionals that are saying go to Edge, and also it's safer and uses less battery.
Yeah, they might be like shitty IT guys, so you never know. I'm just
Never
saying.
know.
You seen the IT crowd? The IT crowd?
No.
On it's on Netflix. It's
Media recommendation.
It is a it's like a British
comedy, right? Yeah, yeah.
It's so amazing. It's highly worth watching, y'all, folks, people.
Y'all
We are
folks.
educating, okay? That's what we do. We educate on this show, I think. Is that what we
True.
do?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Not
So-
too much though.
tear
Is
shit
it
up.
a time?
I think it's time for
It
some
is.
Pullmans.
Yeah, we got to pay some Bill Pullmans.
Time to cough up some Susan B. Anthony's.
That makes sense. Go with the Bills. Ping. Bills. Oh, Mike. You finally got there. You finally went there.
No, that's what the B stands for. Susan Bill Anthony.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
Susan, I didn't realize her middle name was Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susan William Anthony.
William.
Little known fact. Yeah, William that starts with a B. All right. Let's do it.
Engage.
Hey everybody, it's Crazy Jay, and I want to tell you about ZipBiz. I know what you're thinking. Jay, you've been telling us about ZipBiz. Well, I have the brand new flavor right next to me, and I haven't tried it yet, so let's open it and give us give this a try. My bottle of water, shake that up. Now this is a brand new flavor, Mango Peach. I have not tried it. I'm looking forward to it. They have a wide variety of flavors. If you didn't know, they've got grape, fruit punch, orange cream, orange soda, iced tea, all fantastic. But let's give Mango Peach a try. Oh man, that is absolutely amazing. I'm a fan of all their flavors, but nothing like this. Oh man, that is absolutely delicious. Mango Peach, Zip Fizz. Get it today. Visit zipfizz.com. Tell them Radio Vegas. Tell them Crazy Jay sent you and get your Mango Peach today.
Zip Fizz energy. No sudden crash, 10 calorie. Low carb, vitamin B. The healthy energy mix. Zip Fizz.
What is Jessie Ray's Barbecue? Well, it's a tiny, unassuming place with a modest menu of platters, sandwiches, and house-made sauces. Located at 5611 South Valley View. By the smell alone, you're gonna know you're in the right place. Come try the award-winning slow-smoked ribs, chicken, pulled pork, hot links, and brisket. The sauce is also something to talk about, as you will want to eat it with every bite. Here's a tip. Their sauces are available for purchase. When people ask you, how do you like Jessie Ray's Barbecue? You'll say, like most people I know, I don't like it, I love it. Jessie Ray's Barbecue is 100% legit. Stop on by for a meal that will satisfy your barbecue-loving lips. Mention RadioVegas.rocks for 10% off your order. Jessie Ray's, located at 5611 South Valley View on the corner of Valley View and Russell. Come in, take a bite, find out why they're so award-winning.
Is your butt a crudely built birdhouse? No. Then why are you sanding it with toilet paper? Dude wipes have aloe vera to protect your sensitive side. See? Sensitive.
Come on, dude, take it to the hole. Hey, Bobby, I feel like going out tonight, but I don't feel like going to this trip. Any ideas?
I say we head over to the Golden Tiki over on Spring Mountain Road.
I've never been. What's so great about it?
Dude, they got some great, crazy drinks up there, man. And it's right in the heart of all the foot massage parlors, so if we can walk there, you know, we get a foot massage on the way back.
Or in case we strike out, right?
Man, you're not gonna strike out. Dude, I get laid when I walk into the Golden Tiki.
Really? I'm in.
Come on down to the Golden Tiki, located at 3939 Spring Mountain Road, right in the heart of Chinatown. You're going to love it. This place is absolutely amazing. Come and check it out for yourself. 3939 Spring Mountain Road.
This is an urgent health notice for all residents suffering from back, neck, knee, and wrist pain. You may qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost to you, but the deadline is fast approaching. Simply call the Health Alert Hotline now.
You heard right. You may qualify for a pain-relieving back, neck, knee, or wrist brace. These items may even be covered by Medicare or your private insurance. The Health Alert Hotline is your brace company. These specialized braces have been tested for pain relief. Call us toll-free right now to determine your eligibility and to learn how to use your private insurance or Medicare to minimize your out-of-pocket cost. Don't wait. If the deadline passes, you may lose your opportunity to get a pain-relieving back, neck, knee, or wrist brace at little or no cost to you.
800-238-4840. 800-238-4840. 800-238-4840. That's 800-238-4840.
Let's face it, every once in a while, we all need a little help. A call to the bullpen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, have I got a product for you. Rick Knucklecock here to tell you about an exciting new product called Spunk Lube. Yes, Spunk Lube, the all-water soluble lubricant that'll help you perform in the bedroom. Yes, Spunk Lube. You can use it to loosen pickle jars. Play a game of Hide the Pickle. Hide the Pickle. Use it to grease your ball bearings. Do you have a squeaky back door? Squeaky door. Need to glaze a ham? Or how about frost a donut? Frosted donut. Yes, Spunk Lube. And boy, do I have an offer for you. If you call now and mention RadioVegas.rocks and order 3 jars of Spunk Lube, you get 2 for free. They often say 2's a crowd, but 3's a party. Spunk Lube. Visit us at spunklube.com.
Be sure to get your mix of music. Listen to us with the RadioVegas.rocks app available at the App Store. And check out our VIP card, interact with us in our chat room, and scheduling of our RadioVegas.rocks shows. Plus, podcasts. It's all available on RadioVegas.rocks app.
So straight up Bobcat Goldthwait.
No, well, the thing is, I don't like mouth noises or the sound of someone like burping or something in the mic. So whenever I have a burp forming, I turn it into like a scream so that people can suffer with me. Because I feel like if someone's perceiving suffering, they're not going to be grossed out as much because they're just going to be like, oh, sorry, buddy. I had another one. It wasn't on purpose. Welcome back. This is Greasy Conversation on RadioVegas.rocks. Be sure to mention RadioVegas.rocks with all our sponsors if you want them to appreciate you more as a
You should do
person.
that on a bus and then hand out cards that say, I have a condition.
Buy this little
I have a condition. I'm polite for once.
Yeah.
I respect you and your feelings.
That's not me. The only time I'll be playing my life.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anytime I burp, I turn into Bobcat Goldthwait.
He knew how to be a gentleman.
Dude, he was awesome.
It's true.
Isn't he still? I think he still is.
He still does stuff.
Does he?
Yeah, but he
is he
doesn't.
still awesome?
He doesn't use that voice anymore.
No, probably wore out.
Yeah.
Bust a cord with that.
Yeah. Pulling a hammy.
Speaking of busting a cord.
All right. So apparently, I didn't know that Airbnb had party houses, where I guess people just rent out houses to have parties in.
Okay.
Which seems like a good idea.
No.
But
sounds like an
Not if it's your house.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my
you
God,
know,
it's looking like nutsacks.
Why does I was gonna
It looks
say
like a
why does
nutsack.
the logo look so nutsacky? You cut off the tip of the Airbnb logo. and
Oh my. It's
quite
balls.
sackish.
That straight up looks like
Those
a
are
hang
balls.
down.
I think it's
Balls.
intentional. I think it's part of their marketing. Is like, hey, look what you can let go free in this person's house.
Yeah.
Have you ever sat on your balls? Like, nobody's excited about that.
No, but like to let them swing free in your own safe environment.
just swing your balls in someone else's house.
Yeah. Oh,
Airbnb.
And you see how low they are? That means it's appropriate for old people too.
I mean, it's that dangle
You're not wrong.
depth speaks of it.
He's not wrong.
I mean, I can't say I'm all that high and tight myself.
That's why I asked if you've ever sat on your balls, because
I haven't sat.
I'm not
on
as
them.
young. I'm not as young as I used to. They've gained a little bit of
Look at this guy.
elasticity.
Look at this guy. It's like somebody asked him, "Why does your logo look like a scrotum sack?" And he's like,
I don't know.
All right.
I got to be honest.
And he's
I'm
like,
fucked.
"Stop busting my balls."
I got some of the sack pinched in the toilet seat a couple times at different places, where the toilet seat wiggles to the side. And then the foot that holds the seat off of the rim slides off of the rim.
You should sue for that. Yeah.
It's like grandma's house.
I've closed the lid on my pee-pee
Oh,
when I was a kid.
Oh, you're at that kid height. Oh,
bless
Where you could just like lay it
America.
on the ledge, and just pee, and you don't got to worry about it. And the thing,
Satan.
Badoo.
Today, that was
Yeah.
Satan. Satan got him. He
did.
bit him.
got me. It looked like a Smurf.
Oh my God.
All right.
So we've gone completely off topic.
Oh, yeah.
Airbnb.
So anyway, these party houses, right? Apparently there was a Halloween party at one of these party houses, and it got a little too crazy. So crazy that there was a shooting and 5 people fucking died.
Oh,
Wow.
So now they're saying they're gonna put a nix on the party houses ASAP right away. They're like, in the next 10 days we're gonna put a kibosh on the fucking party houses.
I mean,
And
you could make a party house out of most houses anyway.
you can just do that.
Yeah.
What they need to
That's
do
true,
now
but
is
there's also, when you do Airbnb, there's also requiremements that you have to meet and all that other good stuff. Like,
Yeah, but some of them
we
are.
had to do an Airbnb in California, and it's almost like a contract.
You realize when you say Airbnb and a party house, I immediately think of like one of those bounce houses. Right?
That's amazing.
Like that's what they should do.
Which are awesome to
Right.
use in place of a tent, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a little noisy with the fan, but it's really cozy.
But I've used Airbnb a few times where there's no like manager on site. They just give you like a door code.
Yeah,
And you
oh,
just
really?
go in. Yeah, I've had, and it's like a converted house, and they just put door codes on it, like door locks on all the rooms, and you have a code for each room. So I mean, you could just party it up.
Did you enjoy your stay?
Yeah, I've had great experiences with Airbnbs.
Do they have cameras
honestly.
inside the houses? Like, could you masturbate, or would that be awkward?
I stayed at one with the cameras, and it wasn't awkward to masturbate in front of them. No.
Did you just stare right at it?
Yeah.
Funk, 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 funk.
Aggressive.
Just pretend it's a ghost.
Yeah. It's as weird for me as it is for you, pal.
Oh yeah, I think they missed that during the.
Don't look away. Look me in the eyes.
Yeah.
I think they missed that during the break. I was talking about how I make sure that there's no supernatural entities watching me. Like for the longest time, I would feel safe from ghosts. Like if I just felt like I was in a room that was haunted and there was like ghosts watching, I would passionately masturbate at them very visibly over the covers, so that it would.
I spray you.
It'd be really awkward. So
you were whipping your nay-nay.
Yeah. And I just could feel that there wasn't any presence
Power
that
of
wanted
nut
to mess with that.
you.
Well, maybe
Power
ghosts
of
help
nut
is the thing. Is I
repels.
thought maybe there's a ghost entity like helping me out with this. Otherwise, they're scared him off. So I'm only going to have a helpful entity for involved with that.
Who
It's
was
like,
into it?
yeah, make sure it's a friend.
Yeah.
But Ghostbusters,
Ghostbusters, right?
she got
that
Oh
definition
yeah,
of
Zool.
Buster.
There is no Dana. There's only Zool. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
she
I was
got
into that.
she got him
Yeah.
in the house deal.
Yeah.
Unbuckled his zipper and all that deal.
I wanted to be Zooled so bad.
Totally.
Man,
There
Zool was
is
hot.
no Dana. Yeah, there is. She's just a dog.
Right.
Now it got complicated.
It did. It got a little complicated.
All right. So, moral of the story: don't go to Airbnb party houses because you might get shot. That's what
the
happens.
takeaway.
And CEO's name is Brian Chesky. That sounds fake as fuck.
He's totally an
Probably is.
imaginary placeholder.
Yeah.
That's a fake name. He's
He's an actor.
Yeah.
No, what you do is you have a
There's no CEO.
You have a
Yeah.
Chinese firm, and then you hire a round eye like this guy to be the figurehead.
Yes.
So Westerners trust trust it.
And they're like,
Could be.
haha, we make their logo ball sack.
And they're just they're renting out all the property they own to the people, and then the people are renting it out through Airbnb. So they're like double dipping.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
I had one
clever.
Airbnb that like it had the punch the number lock, right? But it had an additional layer of security in that you had to like yank and push on the door a certain way to get the damn thing to open.
Well, we already know you're good at yanking and pushing. Hey!
Take that, ghosts.
Not today, Satan. Yes.
Dude.
Yes.
It hella worked though. Shit was so awkward. They flew off.
You had
Right.
no ghost come at you, huh?
What else you got?
All right. So this
That look about it.
So this is a Vice article. Regardless of how you feel about Vice, this people are deliberately taking somewhat not quite heroic doses of mushrooms, maybe, but they're deliberately putting themselves through bad trips
On purpose.
Yeah.
Why would you
as
wanna
like
do
a
that?
as to learn a lesson? They feel like they have something. They like the article this is about, or the guy this article is about. He was addicted to heroin, and he just started putting himself through bad trips because he felt he had to like break himself out of that cycle, and the only way he could do that is subject himself to psychedelic existential horror.
Okay.
This is a legit
to make
ticket,
it
though.
to make it so bad that you mentally
You have
can't
to
handle
you,
it
you
anymore.
learn the lesson, or
Yeah. Well-
you're going to be stuck in that.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times what causes a bad trip is when you're not at peace with yourself and you have to face an inner demon. So just like people are using ketamine and ayahuasca for similar reasons to treat addiction and post-traumatic stress, if you have an addiction and you're really upset with yourself about it and at odds and having an inner struggle, you're more likely to have a bad trip and have this kind of psilocybin treatment work for you. But that said, and you're also more likely to have like trauma from that like come at you rather than just enjoying yourself.
That's my thing. I would be so scared that if I knew that I was gonna go and take that much. Like me personally, I've never done it yet, but
Well, what kind of things would you do to trigger a bad trip if you normally have good trips?
Leaving my
and you wanna have
shoelaces
a bad
untied.
trip? So if you like have those shoelaces untied, you're like, oh, this is gonna be a bad one. I know if I like go to like a relative's house that I haven't met before and have to like meet them. And
I would do it in an Airbnb. Obviously, good things happen there. so.
Airbnb party house.
Yeah.
I'll bring the gun.
I just get shot. Yeah, I just get shot while on mushrooms. Yeah, that would do it.
rent an RV and then do mushrooms and then try to drive it around and not lose my deposit.
Find like an abandoned church.
That sounds like a good trip. That sounds awesome.
Right? Yeah, that would actually be kind of fun.
Get kicked out by the meth heads. Damn it.
That part would be a bad trip.
I don't know. All you really need to do is just not clean your apartment or house for like a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then trip in a really dirty apartment.
Boom.
Gross.
And then
It'll drive you nuts. You'll hate yourself.
Yeah, you're just gonna be like, "What is wrong with my life? I can't even clean an apartment.
I'd rather go see a shaman.
Being.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'd go see a shaman.
That's
what I would do.
A good, delicate trip, though.
This article is really great. It talks about this guy. He was a heroin addict, so he used these like bad trips to try to pull himself out. And he talks about this experience, but then it says once he got out, and he's clean now, but he now lives at home with his parents, working as a restaurant pot washer, playing guitar, binge watching Netflix, and smoking weed in his time off.
There you go.
So basically, he's now normal.
So he's fully recovered.
But it's just funny. Like it's like that's totally.
He's a millennial normal.
Yeah. But it's just funny. Like that's the.
That's the standard of like over.
That's the strong points. It's just funny.
Well, is his guitar
I do that too.
game strong?
But
like if all you
he
do...
could go to public speaking schools and be like, kids, you could be just like me.
Yeah.
Look at how I play guitar.
Yeah.
Right.
Hero.
and then like one of the kids is like an asshole and he's like free bird and then he just like wails. He just totally rips it. He's like, of course I learned free bird. I'm not gonna listen to you fucking little assholes.
See, even better. At the end of the story, should have went and saw a shaman.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Should have
instead of seeing the worst of yourself, I think probably.
But I mean, you have to like travel to South America to visit an ayahuasca shaman unless you want to meet someone who says they're a shaman. You know what I mean?
If you want to meet a mushroom shaman, PM this guy. After the show.
As far as like
very reasonable rates.
Oh, you got like a Domino's hookup?
So good.
I'll shaman the F out of you.
Yeah, I'll shaman you so tight.
But I mean, as far as going to like an actual like mushroom or psychedelic therapy with like a counselor, you know what I mean? Like
I'm not licensed.
Yeah, I know, but we can't get that.
How do you feel right now? I'm tripping balls, man.
But that's becoming a thing, though, right? Aren't they doing psychedelics for mental health
therapy? Yeah, mushrooms. They're using mushrooms and ketamine to treat like PTSD.
Anchovies get them to kill people.
Anchovy treatment.
Gross.
Oh man, I had such a bad addiction to McDonald's before I had the anchovy treatment.
Yeah.
Now I can't taste anything.
I can't taste anything.
Everything tastes like salty fish.
Gross. So I used to work with the guy that ate anchovies.
This is why you break
nasty,
it.
Man.
I figured it
nasty.
out.
God.
You go to McDonald's. Before you enter, you pop open, you drink some Epicac. You order. By the time your food's in front of you,
wormhole.
You will take a trip on the Vomitron so intense and so embarrassing that you will never want to go back again.
Nah.
No? Not worth it?
No, it wouldn't work.
You don't think it would work?
You'd just be like, why am I just taking Epicac right now? This stuff is terrible.
Well, a week later, I'd finally be able to break the association with McDonald's and vomiting to the point where that whole week of fantasizing about McDonald's would get satiated in a giant binge.
How often do you get McDonald's?
Who knows?
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
How many Filet-O-Fish boxes do you have in your backseat?
You guys, we've got so much more news to get to. Check this out. Totally get to another article.
All right. This is okay. This one's kind of fucked up. All right. So this woman, she just gets a DNA test. Right, she's curious. She gets like one of those 23andMe or whatever, and she finds out that the person she thinks is her dad is not actually her dad.
Whoa!
And somehow I can't remember, the name comes back, and it's this guy. This is the name she doesn't recognize, and so she's digging around. She looks at her birth certificate, and the name matches the name of the doctor. Who was her, the doctor who delivered her, basically.
Oh, whoa.
Because her mom, when she was young, her parents were having trouble conceiving, and so they were going to do artificial insemination, use 85% of the father's sperm, and then 15% from a donor who was supposed to be a college student with specific
set of
qualities.
Skills.
Yeah.
Like Taken.
Yeah, exactly. To where you can find people and track down this doctor. And turns out the doctor didn't do all that. He just mixed some of his own sperm in there.
He said, you know what?
Yeah.
$20 is $20.
And it was his sperm that won the race.
Hey!
That's that doctor shit.
Yeah, so it was it's kind of bizarre. But this doctor is into all he's up for fraud, medical negligence, battery, emotional distress, and breach of contract.
Well, on there should also be
the kid
Child
smart, though?
support. Right?
I don't know.
Count
I
your
mean,
blessings, man.
I mean, she sleuthed this out, so you know.
Well, he wasn't bad at everything. He obviously won the race. So
Yeah,
I know.
At least he had that.
No harm, no foul.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird because he was like the family doctor, right? And
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
right, yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
But
he
when
was.
when the family like moved away, he was visibly upset about the daughter moving away because no one knew it. You know, he was the
Yeah,
only
but
one who
he's the
knew.
only one that knew.
And he like had some weird connection to her because he's like
That's my kid.
technically her biological father.
Thing is,
That's
she's
it.
lucky she was born at all. This is
We
probably the
all are,
only
right?
spawn.
She was
the
like, "You're my
sperm in
first
that-
mate,
Yeah.
my little semen."
Oh. If that's the sperm that made it happen, then you're alive. Congratulations. Awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's actually I imagine it doesn't happen that infrequently.
There was the other
that
dude
no one
that
knows.
Yeah.
we uncovered a few episodes ago. That dude that's
It was
in
a while.
jail.
It was a while back. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been last season, but he was responsible for like dozens of kids.
No, it was in the thousands. He worked at a sperm bank. This dude.
And a lot of the sperm bank
and
was
he
him,
he
yeah.
was just walking around like he could not help but just like slinging into cups, man, and just replacing the cups. Like this
Wow.
dude. Yeah,
He was on a mission for like a record.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact number,
See,
but
that is how idiocracy happens.
but this dude was doing it for like 20 years.
He couldn't have been dumb.
What's the
was smart.
child support for that?
Yeah, no, the
Jail
child,
for the rest
the
of your
child
life.
support for that is suicide. Is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you ain't no. You don't
Oh,
even want
man.
to crawl down that rabbit hole. This
That's.
fucking
I
guy.
hear Mexico's nice this time of year.
Right. This dude. This fucking guy. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, meth news.
Always have that meth news.
You know, I gotta have my meth news.
That's the creepy crawlies of the meth news.
Yeah, not too. And it's always like Florida, Arizona, or Australia.
Quick note on that.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Mexican cartels formulated a new plant-based meth that they're starting to sling now?
Wait, made out of what?
organic.
Like, made out of pinto beans?
Organic, all natural. Pinto, like that other kind of pinto bean.
Are they having trouble getting ephedrine?
Exactly.
Is that what it is?
It's literally because of that they found a plant that they could grow that
And they
gets a
don't have to-
natural. Yeah.
They don't have to get ephedrine from China.
No.
Yeah.
As if that was so hard. Not that I'm giving you all tips.
It's cheaper though, I guess.
It's not as cheap as that fentanyl tip, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just
Man.
giving people ideas. God, don't do this.
Yeah, ideas to fucking die.
I know.
Fentanyl's terrible, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is, though.
So this was in Australia, and anyway, it's real brief, but the Australian police found $200 million of meth hidden inside a sriracha bottle.
So how many millions?
How many sriracha bottles?
200 million.
In one sriracha bottle?
There's no
let's see.
way.
4
There's
people
gotta
have
be
been arrested
lots.
after allegedly trying to sneak 400. Oh yeah, it's like a shipment. It's like a pallet of
Okay.
sriracha.
Okay.
I was like,
So I'm in the
damn.
wrong business if that.
Right? Dang.
We need to go make some ice now.
Right. So, yeah.
That's
Don't try to smuggle.
That's a
I
lot of
mean, I
meth.
guess you can if you want. I mean, people are gonna try it anyway. They're gonna listen to me.
That's like the lady
Fuck
who
cares.
did the meth hair bow
Yeah.
and got busted by the police.
On Two Clueless
Yeah.
Dudes, we talked about this, where there was a hair bow that was made out of a plastic bag full of meth, just tied up like a bow shape, but still clearly little glassy rocks in there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, she was clever.
yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I didn't put that in there.
It's like that. Didn't they like instruct you how to be a mule?
Right. Like,
Like, you just swallow it. That's your job. All right. And if you die, you die. Sorry.
Fashionable.
All right.
see, that's why you got to use prostitutes. You have one job, swallow.
All the hot tips in this episode. All the good advice.
Damn.
We promised one good takeaway.
Hey!
Are those downtown?
Yeah, they are. You can get them downtown.
Sometimes.
The good ones.
I wouldn't go to downtown for...
No.
Yeah.
If they got knee pads
so basically
on,
what
stay
you're trying
away.
to tell me is that downtown is like the Dollar General of prostitution?
Our downtown is a fabulous hub of economic growth and progress. You find only classy things here.
Yeah.
The people purchasing prostitutes either order expensive ones from far off lands to the beautiful hotels of downtown.
I like to call
I've got
it...
nothing good to say, but good to say about our glorious downtown. And Rebar tonight, where you can catch me midnight. I'm playing at Rebar downtown on Main Street. Check it out.
I like to call the scene tuxedo homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuxedo homeless?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The finest,
awesome.
most classy of even grody things
Yes.
are downtown.
All right.
Interesting things definitely happen downtown.
Yeah,
Yes.
Rebar, Main Street, music, midnight.
Midnight.
All
Do
right.
it.
This last one before the last round of
Dang,
Phillies.
Holland butt.
All right, so Utah just passed a law where there's no longer a limit of, well, they can now carry stronger than 3.2% beer, which I didn't even know was a fucking thing, in grocery stores now.
Yeah, it takes twice as long to get drunk in Utah.
It does.
currently. Turns out.
I'm like, y'all just been having 3.2% beer in grocery stores this whole time? What the
Way to get with the times.
I know. So, I mean, they can get regular beer. They just have to go to a liquor store.
Of
Yeah,
another
it's
state,
dumb.
I thought.
No, I think there's some state liquor stores that you can get stronger beer at.
Oh, okay.
But just now in grocery stores, they can have. But the limit is still low. It's like 4%. Okay, wow. Great. Yeah.
It went up to 4%?
Yeah.
So it went from 3.2 to 4%?
Yeah. Like, man, those Mormons got y'all people fucked up, man.
What's weird is like right near the...
That's for the Jack Mormons, though.
Yeah.
It's
across the
still,
street
though.
from the Salt Lake Temple is a brewery restaurant.
Yeah.
There's a bunch
no
of them in
shit.
Salt Lake, like
Did you
these
know
restaurant breweries.
That's
All
funny.
caffeine is against their religion,
No.
except for Pepsi.
That's one of those things that's hotly debated because speaking as someone that was like heavily in this church like a couple decades ago.
Yeah.
Actually, I had
There,
somebody who was heavily involved recently.
But the in between is one of those things where the doctrine is hotly disputed because there's been some leaders of the church that have said all caffeine no, but more modern ones like since the 80s have said that it's up to your own discretion and just no coffee and tea.
Yeah, you're not allowed to drink coffee, no tea, but Pepsi is okay.
And then herbal teas are fine too.
Did you know Pepsi is owned by the Mormon Church?
Not by the church. There happens to be
It's a
Mormon in charge of it.
Mormon in charge of
But
it.
no, their books don't overlap, technically. No, I would have uncovered that. I was sleepy.
I was.
Yeah. No, yeah, I was Mormon too. And after I got out of the church, like, I was on a rampage just to, like, uncover how
crazy
fraudulent it was. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah. I'm just waiting for missionaries to knock on my door, man. Just waiting. I did too. I had someone, I invited them in all friendly, you know, and then they started telling me, and I'm like, oh, well, what about this? What about this? And then finally he flipped out. And he's like, I don't have all the answers, right? I just know that Jesus loves all of us and this and then my girlfriend at the time was like, do you guys want some cake?
Yeah.
They didn't come back.
You broke them.
Yeah.
My dad was escorted out of the church in Colorado.
Nice.
I mean, not in Colorado, in Utah.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City. He got escorted out for asking too many questions.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It happens.
What's funny that I didn't realize growing up in California is that in Utah, every month there's a fast and testimony meeting where everyone's supposed to fast and go, and just anyone can go up and share their testimony.
Whoa.
In California, it wasn't a big deal. There's a ton of Mormons in California, and there's lots of other people too, and they didn't overlap that much. But in Utah, like all kinds of like weird, like homeless people and like meth addicts and stuff would go just that week to go up and have like a captive audience to say all kinds of like fringe doctrine to and talk about like the universe and the planet that they're going to make when they have a planet.
That's awesome.
That's rad, man.
I went to one of these and it was fabulous.
That's fantastic.
It was just like the bishop cringing
So
behind
this all
them,
came
like,
from beer.
"Oh."
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You gotta, just goes where it goes.
It goes where it goes.
Which I didn't drink any of like all week. I'm doing the just drinking like once a week now of anything, of any drinking.
That is until McDonald's starts to sell alcohol. And then you're effed.
I don't just get everything at McDonald's.
I just get like most things at McDonald's.
You have to try one of everything at every place that sells food, right?
Yeah.
Systematically.
I can see it now. He's like, honey, I
Eventually.
gotta go to the bathroom, and he grabs his car keys. Where are you going? McDonald's, of course. Where? I mean, come on.
I'm just going to get a pack of smokes.
Yeah, McDonald's.
I know
half
the
of them are in,
code.
half of them are in terrible herps anyway.
It's
true.
That's true.
Do you like the was it on Simpsons where they did the McRib tour?
Oh yes.
Oh man, did I tell you guys about Clear McRib?
No.
So it looks like a block of ice, but it's just the jelly that the whole
Lapidus
McRib
goop.
is made out of anyway,
Oh,
but
God.
just not with any coloring. So it looks like just transparent because you already have the bones in the McRib that are made of more rib that aren't even bones.
Yeah.
So that jelly paste is just uncolored and it's just in a bun, like this block of ice in there, and it still tastes like McRib. It's like Crystal Pepsi, but meat.
That's crazy.
I made it up, but I saw a sign outside McDonald's.
I wanted to try this.
I know.
It was
into
around
it.
this time a few years ago, and I thought the banner said Clear McRib is back. So I started telling everybody about what I thought Clear McRib was before confirming it wasn't real.
Clear McRib.
You guys hear Clear
I like
McRib
it.
is back? And it's back, too, which means I missed it last year. The hell?
And now I'm pissed.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
You should do like a Chick-fil-A or something.
Clear filet.
Clear fillet.
Icy meats.
All right, let's do our last round of
Oh yeah.
Bill Tholomew Johnson.
Friends of Bill W.
Busta William.
Yeah.
Do you want to pay more for a new car or new home or less? Yeah! Do you want to pay higher interest rates on your credit cards or even to refinance student loan debt or less? Yeah! The secret to paying less on everything is a better credit score. Is your credit score less than 700? Do you even know? Well, now at the same time, you can learn exactly what your credit score is and learn how to make it better. And when you call our special credit repair hotline, you'll speak to an expert that will tell you simple steps to start improving your credit score. And the call and consultation are F-R-E-E. That's free. I'm telling you, the secret to paying less is a better credit score, and you can fix it right now. So please make this free call and change your life.
877-857-1658. 877-857-1658. That's 877-857-1658.
That's the sound most people make when they leave Pinches Tacos. Why is that? Because Pinches Tacos prides themselves in making every location unique, but give every location the same feel. I'm not talking cookie cutters like those big chain restaurants. They blend into your neighborhood and create a place you want to call your second home. Their doors are always open. Well, at least until 11 o'clock. Their mission is simple. They provide you the best taco experience by using high-quality meats and seafood, fresh garden vegetables, handmade tortillas, and high-quality artisan breads. They could have made it complicated, but they chose not to. Why? Because they found through experience that keeping things simple is a good recipe for success and happiness. It's also a good recipe for a pretty tasty Pinches taco.
According to Spanish language Stack Exchange, we always use it as an insult enhancer and can turn almost any curse word into a really rude one. Pinche pendejo, pendeja equals asshole.
Now they have 6 locations, 2 right here in Las Vegas. Come in, find out why we love them so much. Check them out on Facebook or visit the website, pinchestacos.com, for a location nearest you.
Hey, Radio Vegas Rocks listeners, it's your favorite troublemaker, Sober Sal from the Not Playing Stupid podcast. I'm headed to Summer Meltdown this weekend to partay. And do you think this degenerate has time to sober up or take a shower during that 4-day music festival? No, ain't gonna happen. The cool thing's out on YouTube. I got Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes aren't your typical ass wipes. Dude Wipes are made from plant-based fibers and are actually certified as flushable. Not only are Dude Wipes alcohol fragrance-free, they're also lined with aloe and vitamin E to ensure your anus isn't so heinous. So go to dudeproducts.com and use checkout code SHARTWEEK and you will receive additional 15% off your entire order. Someone has to take care of your ass. It might as well be you.
Come on, dude, take it to the hole.
I love it. It's time for Two Clueless Dudes.
If you are interested in getting the nacho box, the new nacho box
From Taco Bell.
from Taco Bell in Las Vegas,
In the entire valley.
you are SOL.
Here's why. There was a commercial plane that crash landed into the warehouse in California.
Aw.
I don't know if California is
Taking
affected.
out all of their nachos, all their tortilla chips.
No, seriously.
Yeah, it like took out all of the on the Western Hemisphere. all tortilla chips caught fire.
The
And there's apparently a corn
warehouse
shortage.
Yeah, now the valley is also short on corn.
Two Clueless Dudes.
Every Friday at 7 p.m. on Radio Vegas.rocks.
Corn? I don't know where I did. Okay.
Delightful. And we've got them right here. So if you were fast forwarding through the ads, first of all,
Shame on you.
Hey, I can't judge. Just visit the sponsors. You remember them from last episode. You've been there since then. You mentioned us. You got the free t-shirt until supplies didn't last anymore. Yeah. Good job catching that while that was there. Couldn't do it without y'all's. Tell your friends. Take a moment to send a little message. It's like, hey, this show doesn't suck anymore. You should check it out again.
Word.
Greasy conversation.
Yeah. You did it. All right. Starting right off. Texas guy gets attacked by the same psychotic cow twice. That's the headline. All right.
We're following this cow, you guys. Breaking news on our cow.
No, this shit is funny, though. So, first, the cow just kind of doesn't really mess him up too bad, right?
So that's the shame on me.
Yeah, exactly.
There's actual footage.
Oh, that's the shame on you.
Look at the paranoia in his eye. Yeah, cow me twice. Shame on me. Look,
cow me twice.
That's a post-traumatic stress look in his eye. You got a full screen.
Yo, so
he looks cowed.
Yo, this dude says she can be a little bit psychotic. She's turned into a lot meaner and more crazy animal. So the second attack, she cornered him. No. So this
pulls out her switchblade.
The first one, she cornered him and headbutted him, and then the second one, she trampled him. And he says, when she got me down, she broke all my ribs on the side of my body except for one. She basically punctured my ribs, punctured my lungs, and destroyed my spleen.
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, there's an
Coward.
Ad, there's an ad for a hospital on this video that explains it's well placed.
Yeah, well placed ad.
Yeah, and then luckily
That's the cow.
someone was around to help him out, or he probably would have been
And the
killed by
cow's
a
still
cow.
there, huh?
Maybe
didn't kill the
should
cow?
stop being a cow farmer.
Look at this cow looks mad.
I figure after the first attack, you're the first one I'm eating. I'm not going to breed the main one.
No, but she
That
is
shit's food.
she's like a show heifer.
Yeah, not anymore.
Quality, like show quality.
Yeah,
and he wants to
I
keep
keep
her
her.
around for breeding because she was expensive and she's like certified and all that.
Well, he needs to
Have an
hire
expensive
somebody.
steak. It's so that cow came from other parents that were shithead people killers too.
Yeah,
and they're like,
they clearly
"Oh,
didn't have a good raise up.
It's the investment fallacy. There's a psychological principle where if you invest money on something, you want to keep repairing it even when it's more economical
Sunk
to
cost.
replace it.
Sunk cost fallacy.
Sunk cost fallacy, yeah. So this guy is a victim of psychological madness.
Yeah,
this cow
totally.
has only damaged his brain further, and now this cow's going to breed more from this baloney, and then
And all
these cows...
the little cowlings are gonna beat the shit out of him too.
Yeah,
So
there's-
you're saying we're going to have Planet of the Cows instead of Planet of the Apes?
due to this jackass,
Possible. Yeah, it's this guy's fault. If that happens, we know
Blame
where to
him.
look. Yeah.
his family
Texas,
is going to be
the
beaten
Republic
by
of
cows.
Texas.
There's going to be this whole era of Texas having cow massacres on the
Yeah,
on
Greg-
Fortunately, it's a big state. They'll be able to, figure some of that zombie cow stuff out
Federally
before it gets here.
ridiculous.
Greg, we'll get. Greg Nolan is this guy's name. So if we start getting attacked by zombie cows all over the place, just be like Greg Nolan.
Classic
Curse your
Greg.
name. It is a classic Greg move. I would do the same thing.
And the video paused right on this view between two bars of the cow like peeking between two
mugging.
bars, like haunting from behind a pen, like just ready to get you.
Total creeper status.
All right, it's my nightmare tonight.
All right. All right, we definitely got to cover this one, so we're gonna have to break it down. The Impossible Burger.
Ready.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And this is a situation where to get the real inner dirt and not just take all my words for it, we have multiple articles linked in our news document. So if you go to greasyconversation.com and find this episode, if I go say it like that, I can say it faster. And I want to be efficient with my time with you. We've got this live Google News doc that we do every week, and you can often see it early from posting and just be a part of the madness and go deep with us. You can climb in the submarine early. And I've got 3 different views on the various controversies surrounding the
Impossible Burger.
Boom. And not only that, but the other one. What's that other one?
Beyond Burger.
Beyond Burger.
So there's differences between the two. And part of the controversy revolves around the views of modern nutritionalists that have a more balanced understanding of the roles of fats. This is something I know you have got some background knowledge in, Mike, with a history of this. But a lot of things like coconut oil, which we know to be very valuable, even though it's high in saturated fat, are being substituted out of one of these because of the controversy over these fats, which actually makes it less healthy due to hype, which is very frustrating. But then there's also the fact that nutritionally, these aren't really better for you than meat. It's just a way to avoid meat.
It's all it is.
So people are overeating this, thinking that they're doing something better for themselves when they're really better off without as much processing on something that's meat.
Another issue, and this is something that I don't think a lot of people really have thought about, but the body itself is not designed to eat vegetables and plants. It's not really designed for that. Man was a hunter-gatherer. So
we were carnivores before we were omnivores.
Exactly. So basically you have to have certain types of, flora and fauna in your actual gut.
So some people might not be compatible with this kind of meal to begin with.
Right. And the other thing is it's hard, even with that, it's incredibly hard to digest. So it can sit and ferment in your gut.
Oh.
These are things that can happen to you, and I've seen results of like vegetarians that kind of go through this process and they get super sick, they turn green, and they lose tons of weight and they're not healthy.
And there's tons of healthy vegans and there's tons of people that are born never into meat, but it's one of those things where people are so different from one person to another that one thing that works for one person just can't be the standard.
Exactly, which is kind of lends to, figure out what your blood type is and see what works for your blood type, because they do say that eating for your blood type can help you. Certain types of blood can absorb nutrients differently, and different types of nutrients.
That's an interesting tip that I hadn't thought of.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Maybe that's why I'm fat. I've been eating after an O positive person.
Well, I've just been eating tons of human blood. And if it's not the right type, that might be the problem.
It's just going right to the gut. Yeah.
Shout out to Lost Boy.
Shout out to Lost Boy.
Nice.
So yeah, I think that's the stuff like the Impossible Burger. Just eat a fucking burger, man. Like, I mean, it's already dead. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're not saving any animal by doing it. It's already dead.
Not only that, but right around the corner with products that I believe are already entering the marketplace now, we have meat grown without a consciousness. We have actual proteins of muscles of animals grown without ever having a brain attached to pass away, but it's the same exact molecular material.
Yeah.
And in fact, there's going to be people that eat this and it might taste even better and more pure. It might taste like beef of a quality they've never had before, and they'll go, ew, gross, I don't like it, it tastes artificial, when really it's actually better and better for you.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is vat veal, which is already the vat meat. People don't want you to call it vat meat because they're like, that's a gross term. I call it something else, I forgot what, because it's not good marketing. This vat meat thing is great marketing, but it's gross. So we have vat veal. So how few people have had veal to compare the vat veal?
Yeah.
So if this vat veal doesn't taste like real veal, they won't know. They'll think it's and even if they have had real veal and it's different, like, this is obviously way better than the shit veal you had. That's why it tastes different. And also you can call it vat veal because it's part of the like counterculture, like it's hip. Like when people call like roadkill or whatever, like people with gross terms for delicious things.
Yeah.
Like
chitlins.
bunny tracks or something.
Yeah.
Chitlins. Or like something that's not gross, something like chitlins that like gets a gross name.
Scrapple.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
You get a deer hit in Missouri, you get your phone call and you go pick up, your roadkill. You gut it and then you take it home. What's the problem?
I'm trying to think. There's one like type of meal. It's like at restaurants. It's like a pile of different things. It's called like garbage pile or something like that. Or there's terms like that. I think it'll be hip like that. It'll be like what people eat with their soda cans of rosé wine.
Yeah.
That Paris Hilton's pumping. You know,
They're
That
White
kind of-
Claws.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be the White Claw kids. So I think the millennials will be down with this, like, oh yeah, vat veal. Take that, like it's from a vat. And that'll be the slogan.
I think looks has a lot to do. Perception has a lot to do with what we eat. For example, a lot of the salmon that we farm, and most of the salmon now that you eat is farmed.
Yeah.
And it is actually as gray as this table.
Uh-huh.
They pump color into it.
Oh, yeah.
To get it to look the way that you remember, so you'll eat it. Otherwise, you won't.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's crazy to think that that's. But if you saw a great piece of fish, you'd be like, ugh, I don't eat that. But
yikes! I mean, if that gets me to eat it without destroying a ecosystem, that's great.
I just put it in my mouth.
Yeah, it's weird. And like marketing too, like the whole GMO debate where people are like, oh, just anything. We need to label anything that's GMO because all GMOs are inherently bad for some reason. You know, that's like not the case. And like
at all.
There was a huge thing because the company associated the most with GMOs is Monsanto, who was just like a company that does shitty things. And so people just tie that in. They're like, oh, well, GMOs must be bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not the case. So
we
a lot
have
of it
no
has to do with-
bananas.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
'Cause,
avocados, I think too, like Haas avocados. Like
Bananas would be just
honestly,
crammed full of seeds.
There's probably nothing that you eat, even from Whole Foods, that was not in some form or fashion genetically modified at some point in its life.
Yeah, and the difference between
It
manually...
could have been 20 years ago.
The difference between manually editing a gene with some kind of process like CRISPR versus editing the genes through forced breeding is just as dangerous and just as risky. It just happens quicker, so you can find the dangers faster.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, like fucking corn, man.
Yeah.
Like corn used to be these little shriveled little fucking sticks with like 20 little corn kernels on them.
It's true.
You know, it's just yeah, like Walt said, it's just faster.
Word. Yeah. That's our definitive period on that.
Yeah.
We got like about 9 more minutes for one more tasty nugget.
I got this. I guess we saved this one for the end. We had some ghost themes here, but there's a story of a local. I guess it's like a thrift store kind of. It's down on Fremont. I think it's the Oddities.
Is this the one on Charleston? Oh no, this is different.
Odd Titties?
No, in the heart of the Arts District, at a corner on Main, is the weirdest little shop in Vegas.
Oh yeah, I have like mutual friends with these people.
Oh yeah, you know they've actually been on. They've been on a couple of shows.
Yeah,
actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this store is like a friend of the station.
Yeah, so there's stories about the original owner, I guess.
So it's not the current people.
No.
So glad that we're not going to accidentally talk shit on like a friend of the station. Okay,
no,
cool.
this is an article. It's on local Fox 5, but it's about the original owner, the guy Floyd Armstrong, who supposedly haunts the place.
All right.
Yeah,
Someone's
so
got to come in there and ghost hunt my style, which means
Sup, Fred?
Arching my back in masturbation boldly in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
Scares away all the ghosts every time I promise.
Just gonna walk in and be like, "I got this."
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna need a
Step
napkin.
aside.
The power of nut compels you.
The living should not witness this.
Yeah.
This is for spirits only.
right.
Stay away, Grandma.
In the name of Lubriderm.
Oh man,
That makes the
just-
skin soft though. Lubriderm's a
does.
move.
Yeah,
It's holler.
this puts like all those any Exorcist scene in a movie like in
Right?
a totally different scene.
Right? Yeah. It does.
I want to see you dress up as a priest and come on the victim.
Oh my God, that's
Come
what
out,
you do.
demon. Not today, Satan.
That's your next Halloween costume. You dress up as a priest and you walk around with a box of Kleenex and some lotion.
Dude.
We already
that's
have
golden.
spunk lube.
It's like
golden.
a
Yes.
flasher.
We have spunk lube.
Dude,
That's
that'd be
golden.
hilarious.
Real talk though, Spunk Lube is one of our favorite longtime sponsors. So if you are looking for a
Legit.
sexual lubricant, you're gonna be hard pressed to find one.
We're gonna slide spunk lube your way.
Yeah, we have it. You could win if you catch up with me. I have packets of it to give out to try it out. We have bottles of it at the station that you can win. by mentioning them in social media or whatever.
That's legit.
A kid, not tag me. I don't care.
I can't hide
stand
behind
this
the
product.
mic. It's too
No.
small.
And this is real talk. It's non-staining, tastes delicious.
This is real small.
And the benefit in using a lubricant that resembles semen is that studies have proven, you're checking your watch, studies have proven that when a man sees semen while he's working on removing his own, he's able to get it out quicker because he sees that it's already something that's occurring in the area.
That's why the Navy shoots so fast.
For sure.
It's competition. It's like an evolution. It's like a competition thing.
Exactly. There's evolutionary competition thing. Groups of
I'm
men.
gonna beat your ass, semen.
Yeah, groups of men jacking off to porn that did and did not include other people's semen in the porn were like there's a big difference in the rate at which they climaxed.
Wow.
So
True.
Spunk Lube takes that in mind in being an ultimate product for that kind of situation.
Do you think the caveman played those type of games, you know, like Toast?
What is Toast?
That's where a bunch of dudes try to ejaculate on a piece of toast, and the last one to do it has to eat it.
What's wrong with you? God help,
Jesus.
You're fucking fired, bro.
We're not ever gonna get to be on the show again,
Hey,
Mike.
That's one of those times when it pays to be
Or
fast.
any show.
You know?
That's an awesome insight. Like I feel like I learned something valuable with that.
Like here, I thought he was gonna go somewhere with like
people-
a duck, duck, goose, and he goes with toast.
Your voice always sounds so innocent about it too.
You're like, oh, you've never heard of toast?
You never heard of toast? Oh, weird. Let me enlighten you.
It's like the way I
Thanks,
pitch
yeah.
Let me
about the
illuminate
sandwich.
your butthole.
Have you ever heard me talking about the sandwich? It's like something I advocate.
Huh.
That I think every man should know about the sandwich.
Well, I don't know. Please advise.
It sounds like such an innocent thing, like the toast with the sandwich. But
Yeah.
what you do is you take two vibrators and put them on either side of your wiener like a sandwich.
Yeah.
It's slightly different speeds, so they fight.
Okay, you guys have heard of
Unfortunately,
the.
I know exactly what
You guys
you're
have heard of
talking
the
about.
Blumpkin?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I've heard of
That's
this.
where you
Yeah.
know you get a blowjob from a lady while you're taking a poop. I came up with the Rumpelstiltskin, which is where you're getting a blowjob from a lady who has to guess your name while you're pooping.
See, that's yeah, why the pooping too? How much time do you? How much of a hurry are you in? That you can't just take a separate moment.
Not enough where you can want a blowjob and go poop.
Man.
Oh man, you don't have that much extra time in the day to just do one and then the other.
Well, I mean,
multitasking, bro.
I guess
he's bored.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of time
some
on his
people,
hands.
Some people are into that, man. That's just all there is to it.
It's the Wall Street way.
The Wall
I
Street
guess so.
way.
Yeah. I mean, cocaine does that to a person.
Yeah,
That's
It's a
the
hell of
thing.
a drug.
Throwing midgets.
Stimulants do make you want to involve your butt more. That's the thing. So cocaine.
That's true.
People do anal things more often with cocaine and meth for sure.
When I drink, I'm basically the exact same person, only I want to stick my butt in people's faces.
It's related.
Ask Jay. That is the God's honest truth. He
You
will
like
tell you.
celebrate your butt more.
I do. It's weird. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. Want to see my butt?
So many insights.
I've known
funny.
you for years, and I don't think.
I've never
We're
gotten
learning about
trashed in front of
humanity.
you.
I hope
This
we
is the
don't
human
get
condition.
trashed.
This is how you learn and grow and be part of the hive entity of humanity in a more complete and knowledgeable way. This is a form of woke, in effect.
Unfortunately.
I'm learning about my buddy. I know he likes to show his ass from time to time.
I don't need to pull it down. I don't need to pull my pants down. I just need to put my butt in your face.
It can be covered up. You just want to
Yeah.
celebrate it.
All right.
Exactly.
Interesting.
I guess, you know.
Celebrate.
Everyone's got their thing, man.
Good times. Come on.
It's firm. I mean, I touched it a while ago.
Yeah, it
actually.
is.
So wait, let's put a bow on this oddities thing. So the thing is, it's old Honer haunts it, or what's the other deal with that?
Yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah, back
so-
to that.
Yeah, no, so...
No, I'm topic patrol.
So he supposedly haunts the place, and then they keep digging into the history, and it supposedly, I don't know how true this is, but it's in the article, that the guy died. He had a heart attack on the toilet, just like Elvis.
Oh.
No
Right.
way.
And
He had a
that-
heart attack?
I gotta be honest. Like, if you're gonna go, like
Yeah,
taking
Elvis
a
died of a
shit's a
heart
good
attack.
way to go.
Elvis didn't
Yeah.
succeed in taking a shit though. He had over a month of shit built up inside
Oh
of him.
yeah,
He was trying
Worked
to.
up,
He was
yeah.
trying. He was
well,
pushing
died
so
on the
hard.
toilet. Yeah.
But
He's
that's
pushing so hard.
That's
he
what pills will
popped
do.
his heart.
Yeah, people accuse his doctor of not taking care of that and laxating him up, or at that point it needed to be surgically removed, like cement from his situation.
Yeah, if it's, totally, man.
God, that's awful.
Yeah, I don't think this guy had those
Terrible.
problems, but,
Dude.
you know.
I mean,
That
the
was a
smell
fake
of that
elk, I mean.
ghost.
Yeah, but
Real shitty.
supposedly he haunts the place, so go check it out, see if he does. I don't know.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm gonna go.
Like, how does he haunt? Does it like stink in there?
No, they just people just imagine things and they attribute it to this guy. I imagine, or maybe I'm imagining
These employees.
They hear like the toilet flush.
I wonder how do you find ghosts? Like metal detectors?
Any building where the employees don't masturbate at work enough. Because it turns out, I was really ashamed of this, but it turns out this is an epidemic in America of employees masturbating at work. It turns out it happens way more than people realize. Yeah.
Jay, I have not jacked off in your house.
Just living quiet.
It's
Oh my!
We'll throw that into the fillet of fish mysteries.
Waz is a mystery of his own. Yeah, we'll just leave it alone. Go.
Yeah.
Lots of unanswered questions here tonight.
Yeah.
All about me, apparently.
Preferably, we'll leave them unanswered.
Yeah. No, we'll do an expose. Yes. Get real. Like, list all the places you've ever masturbated. Was. Yeah.
We'll do a Wazumentary.
Like there's enough time in the world
everywhere. Yeah.
Wazumentary.
There's not enough pages written in the book.
The new Infinite
not enough
series.
Paper made in the world to make that book.
All right. That's it. Suck it, you jabronis.
Nice.
That's the send off. Wait a minute. There's a thing where we. Oh wait. Did we hit it at the same time?
No.
No, I just hit it double. I think
you just twitched.
The beginning of that sounded like dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made it out of.
That was the biggest inspiration for this particular ditty. You called it. It's almost a cover. All right, this has been Greasy Conversation.
L'chaim.
Whether you liked it or not, tell some friends. Use that.
And your pets.
Burn that calorie and shoot a messenger link to someone that you care about or someone else that you haven't met that you want to meet under these kinds of dark circumstances.
And thanks for having us on the show.
Yeah, it was awesome.
The pleasure was all ours.
And check out Two Clueless Dudes.
That's Fridays. Right, and all kinds of other great shows at RadioVegas.rocks. Check out the new website we soft launched and snuck up on you. It's fresh, it's clean, and the schedule page is full of other nuggets to enjoy.
Nice. Take your pants off.
Nuggets.
Cold ending, bonus moment.
Boom.
So now is the time I'm going to run off to Rebar and perform with sensors, and it's going to be musical. And there's a thing also where Greg or I with Greasy Conversation events announce things. It could be ranting about trade and intellectual property law. It could be about particle physics. I went on rants about both of these things during lulls in the songs at Rebar before.
Really?
And people were intellectually enlightened.
Wow. That's pretty legit.
I'm living up to the hype, okay? Hype time. Bye!
Later.
Take your pants off.
Bye!
Balls deep.
I love you, droplets. Drop it up, stay more.